Happy evening, all of y'all.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm putting on my video.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Pranav, the video is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, Anna. It was you, no, Sana?
Sir? Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on to the topic. We have to start a new topic today because in the last class we finished with the capacity to contract. We finished all the three categories of people who do not have the capacity to contract: minors, persons of unsound mind, and people who are disqualified by law, if you remember.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have to go. Remember, we are doing all the essentials of a valid contract under section 10. So we finished offer and acceptance, we finished consideration, we finished capacity to contract. Now we'll go on to a very important topic within this third unit, which is called free consent. What it is called? Free
Consent.
so when you study free consent, you will come to know that it is under 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, and 22, the sections, and then you'll learn the definition under 14. So just listen because there are five topics within this free consent. So as soon as he reads it out, I'll explain it to you. Start, Pranav.
Yes, sir. Definition of consent according to section 13. Two or more persons are said to consent when they agree upon the same thing in the same sense. Parties are said to have consented when they not only agreed upon the same thing, but also agreed upon that thing in the same sense. Same thing must be understood as the whole content of the agreement. Consequently, when parties to a contract make some fundamental error as to the nature of the transaction, or as to the person dealt with, or as to the subject matter of the agreement, it cannot be said that they have agreed upon the same thing in the same sense. If they do not agree in the same sense, there cannot be consent. A contract cannot arise in the absence of consent. If two persons enter into an apparent contract concerning a particular person or ship, and it turns out that each of them, misled by similarity of name, had a different person or ship in his mind, no contract would exist between them as they were not ad idem, that is, of the same mind. Again, ambiguity in the terms of an agreement or an error as to the nature of any transaction or as to the subject matter of any agreement may prevent the formation of any contract on the ground of absence of consent. In the case of fundamental error, there is really no consent, whereas in the case of mistake, there is no real consent.
Okay, now listen here. When we were discussing the essentials of a valid contract, one of the most important terms which I told you was a Latin term called consensus ad idem. If you remember, I told you consensus means meeting, idem means mind. That's why the word idea comes from, consensus. So, meeting of the minds of both the parties should meet. If you are thinking of something and I'm thinking of something else, then there is no meeting of the mind. There is no consensus ad idem, and therefore there is no contract. So, what is consensus ad idem and what is free consent? As per section 13, when two people agree on the same thing in the same sense, then there is consensus ad idem, there's meeting of the mind, and the contract is valid. But if there is no consensus ad idem, that means there is no agreeing on the same thing in the same sense, then there is no. Now, what is the same thing and same sense, sir? Let's take an example. Now, Sana has two beautiful pens in her pencil box, a golden pen and a silver pen. She's got some designer pen from Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc is a company which makes designer pens. Each pen is around 5,000, 6,000 rupees. And she's got two beautiful pens over there. And her friend, uh, Danvi or Ganvi, what was her name? D, yeah?
Ganavi. G.
Ganvi uh, is sitting next to her and she says, Son, I want to buy one of your pens. So Sana says, yeah, I'll sell it to you. I've been using them for three months. I'll sell it to you for 3,000 rupees. So Ganvi says, I'll come to your house today evening and buy the pen from you. Now Ganvi goes and she takes 3,000 rupees and she gives it to Sana. Sana gives her the silver pen. Ganvi told, no, I wanted to buy the gold pen. For my favorite color is golden. Sana said, even my favorite color is golden. I wanted to sell the silver pen. Ganvi said, then why didn't you tell me that time? You told you are selling the pen for 3,000. Sana told, I thought you were thinking of the silver pen. Ganvi told, no, I was looking at the gold pen. Didn't you see? I was holding the gold pen in my hand also. Now, they both did not agree on the same thing. What was the thing? She was thinking of the gold pen. She was thinking of the silver
Silver pen.
pen. So, were they agreeing on the same thing in the same thing? No. Correct. So there is no consensus ad idem. There is no meeting of the mind. This is not a valid contract. Ganvi, even if she goes to court, she'll lose the case because the court will say there was a mistake. What there was a
Mistake.
mistake. That is same thing. Same sense. Both of them should agree on the same sense. Now, what is the same sense? Sana should not be forced or emotionally blackmailed or cheated into entering into a contract. Suppose Ganvi puts a knife in front of Sana and says, please sell me that gold pen for 2000 rupees, otherwise I'll cut you. They are agreeing on the same thing. Sana will also sell the gold pen. But the same sense is the sense of Sana to sell the pen or not to sell the pen. It's not to sell the pen. Ganvi wants to buy the pen. But Sahana is not agreeing in her mind to sell the pen. She's only doing it because she's been forced to do it. What she's forced to
Do it.
So the sense is not mighting, correct or no? Correct?
Yes,
So they are not agreeing on the same thing. That is the matter, subject matter of the contract is not same. Same sense, we'll discuss the various things which are not same sense, but here the same sense, she was forced. One was willing to enter into the contract, one was not willing to enter into the
Contract.
contract. So that is called as same thing. So if there is no meeting of the minds, both the parties are not agreeing on the same thing in the same sense, then it is not a valid contract. The contract becomes null and void. Correct or no? So what are the two aspects? Same thing, same sense. There was a teacher in our school. His name was Mr. Kulkarni. He was a Kannada teacher and he never knew English possibly. So you know how he used to scold us? He used to say, hey, you Pranav, you nonsense of India. Yeah. I heard nonsense. First time I had heard nonsense of India. What nonsense of?
India.
Yeah. Sana? Okay. Let's go to the next one. So I remembered same thing, same sense. I remembered this teacher of mine. In those days, they used to hit the students. Now they don't. He used to take us and he used to screw the ears. That ears used to become full red. What used to become full?
Red.
Nowadays, they don't hit the students, no?
They do hit, sir.
I'm not talking about parents. I'm talking about teachers.
Teachers only.
They do.
Huh? They do,
Those are in college equality, it seems.
Huh?
My college equality, sir.
For me. But mother used to hit me properly when I was small. Now also, now I get run off, so she can't catch. But why I used to be angry with my mother is she used to hit me, but she never used to hit my sister. Then I asked my mother. She gave me a good lesson in leadership. She said, if I wouldn't have hit you, you wouldn't have become like what you are. See, both of you are doing well now in life. Your sister is also doing well without hitting. You are doing well after being fatak, she used to hit me. Okay, anyway, let's come to the point. So it's the same thing in the same sense. Correct? Let's go to the next part. So this is section 13, consensus addendum. Now we'll see what are those 5 things where there is no free consent. That means they're not agreeing on the same sense and in the same thing. Correct? Quickly, Pranav.
Yes, sir. Definition, as has been said already, one of the essential elements of a contract is consent, and there cannot be a contract without consent. Consent may be free or not free. Only free consent is necessary for the validity of a contract. Definition of free consent, section 14. Consent is said to be free when it is not caused by coercion, as defined in section 15, or undue influence, as defined in section 16, or fraud, as defined in section 17, or misrepresentation as defined in section 18, or mistake subject to the provisions of section 20, 21, and 22. When consent to an agreement is caused by coercion, fraud, misrepresentation, or undue influence, the agreement is a contract voidable at the option of the party whose consent was so caused. When the consent is vitiated by mistake, the contract becomes void.
Okay, it's called
Element,
vitiated. Okay.
yes, vitiated.
Yeah.
Elements vitiating free consent. We shall now explain these elements one by
Okay.
one.
Now listen here. Now there are 5 ways in which consensus ad idem is not. There is no free consent. You remember this word CUF M squared or MM. CUF MM. C for coercion, U for undue influence, F for fraud, M for misrepresentation, and M for mistake. Okay. CUFMM or CUFM squared. Remember the CUFM, the first four are 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Coercion is 15, undue influence is 16, fraud is 17, misrepresentation is 18. Then there is on section 19, which tells that all these first four contracts, that is coercion, undue influence, fraud, and misrepresentation, the contract is voidable. What the contract is?
Voidable.
Then there are three sections which define something called as mistake 20, 21, and 22, which basically says if there is a mistake of entering into the contract is void. So in the first four cases of free consent, coercion, undue influence, fraud, and misrepresentation, the contract is voidable. Anybody remembers what is voidable? Where the contract is enforceable only at the option of one party and not at the option of the other
or others of the party.
or other party. So when Ganvi puts a knife on Sahana's throat and makes her sell the gold pen, if Sahana wants, she can continue with the contract. If Sahana wants, she can cancel the
Contract.
that means it is voidable. What it is? Voidable. Voidable, I told it's avoidable. But Ganvi cannot decide whether she wants to continue the contract or cancel the contract because she is the party who has caused the coercion. What she's caused the coercion.
Coercion.
So understand. So coercion. So now we are going to discuss each of these in detail. So we'll start off with coercion. What we'll start off with?
Coercion.
Coercion. Understood or no? All of y'all? You all
Yes.
understand
Yes.
voidable? I hope you all started studying. Y'all will not be able to remember business law if you study at the last moment. I'm warning you now only. So please, whatever I've taught you, chapter 1, read it 5 times. Chapter 2, unit 2, read it 5 times. When you're doing chapter 3, again read that chapter 1 and chapter 2 again, then again come back to chapter 3. Keep reading again and again. Keep making the points, write down the points and close your eyes and remember. Understand? Got
Yes.
it?
Yes, sir.
Remember, I told you the method SQR squared T. S is survey the study material. So look through, first go through the unit 1, just go through the main headings. Then Q, look at the question at the back. What are the questions which can come from the question? Then R, read. R cubed T it is called. Then again revise, again read one more time. Then rehearse, close your eyes and remember all the points. And then test yourself. If somebody gives you a question, how will I write the answer? This is the proven way of technique. Rehearsal is the mother of memory. So if you're just reading it, no use. When you go to the exam, you will forget everything. You read it, close your eyes, and remember the point. So if there are, what are the essentials of a valid offer? You read it once. Understood, understood, understood. In exam, you'll forget of. So you read it, revise it one more time, close your eyes, and then take a piece of paper and write down essentials. First point, second point, third point. Do I remember? Okay, I forgot one point. Go back and see it again. Then again write it down till you write down all the points correctly. What till you write down all the points?
Correctly.
Without seeing. You have to, it, like when you rehearse it in your mind or you test yourself, it's like putting gum. You're just reading it, it is, the paper is still not stuck properly on the memory. When you revise it and rehearse it, when you close your eyes and remember it again, then only it becomes glue. What then only it becomes, it sticks in your, understood?
Yes, sir.
Understood. So if you have the beads, the necklace bead, the string of the beads of your memory is rehearsing in your mind, revising it in your head, repeating it again and
Again.
again. Correct or no? The string which binds the beads of memory is And I'm not telling this. This is all psychological memory experts. So if you all study how to memorize things, they will give you the same thing in different words everywhere. Whether you Google it, whether you ask ChatGPT, whether you go to read any book, it will tell you the same way. Understood? Different ways of memory that we will check up later. When that Shetty sir will tell you, or whenever I get the time I get. But we don't have time now, so let's go on to coercion. Understood? Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Hmm.
Coercion, Section 15. Coercion is the committing or threatening to commit any act forbidden by the Indian Penal Code or the unlawful detaining or threatening to detain any property to the prejudice of any person whatever, with the intention of causing any person to enter into an agreement. It is to be noted that the section does not require that coercion must proceed from a party to the contract, nor is it necessary that subject of coercion must be the other contracting party. It may be directed against any third person whatever. Effects of coercion under Section 19 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Contract induced by coercion is voidable at the
Hmm.
option of the party whose consent was so obtained.
Hmm.
A person to whom money has been paid or anything delivered under coercion must repay or return it. Section 72.
Hmm. Okay, now listen here. We are going to explain a very, very important topic, and I'm going to explain this clearly. We are going to go through the definition. When one person commits or threatens to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code, or detains or threatens to detain the property of another person with a prejudice to the other person, so as to make the other person enter into a contract, it is called as coercion. Now, there are three or four things which we have to explain. When one person commits or threatens to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. Now, the Indian Penal Code, I told you, is a collection of all the laws relating to criminal law in our country. Now it's been replaced by BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. Okay. So, for the time being, you just remember Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita is the new version of the Indian Penal Code, and Indian Penal Code is the collection of all the laws which are related to crime in our country, what related to murder, dacoity, rape, theft, anything is comes cheating, all comes under Indian Penal Code. What it comes under Indian Penal Code. Okay, now listen here. When a person commits an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code or threatens to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code, we'll take the same example. Now, Ganvi tells Sana, sell me that golden pen or I will kill you. She is threatening to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. Is murder a act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code? Yes, definitely under section 356. And now I don't know what it is. 311. It is prohibited by the Indian Code. So if she now let's say Ganvi doesn't kill Sahana, but she takes one stick and she hits Sahana properly, and Sahana is forced to sell the golden pen. Is it coercion? Yes, because she committed an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. That is beating somebody. What it is?
Beating
Beating
somebody.
or
Somebody.
threatening to commit an act prohibited by the penal code. When Ganvi put that knife on Sahana's throat and said, I will kill you or I will cut you if you don't bite. She's not doing it, but she's threatening to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. So the first thing is either you commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code or threaten to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal
Code.
The most famous case of here is Ranganayaki Amma versus Alvar Chetty. What it is? Ranganayaki Amma versus Alvar Chetty. Okay. What happened in this case of Ranganayaki Amma versus Alvar Chetty was there was this lady, she became a widow at a very young age, and her husband left her property. Now, the relatives of that husband came to know that if this lady is left alone with the property, we will lose all our rights to the property. So they had a son, the relatives had one small young boy, and they told this Ranganayaki Amma, see here, unless you adopt our son, we will not give you the dead body for cremation. What will not give you the dead body for?
Cremation.
So, no, and in Indian Hindu, so many superstitions are there relating to if you don't bury or cremate the dead body properly, that person will become a ghost and all that. There's a lot of things. Anyway, any person who dies, your body has to be given to the relative. If you purposely refuse to give the body, it is an act prohibit. It's against the Indian Penal Code. What? It's against the Indian Penal
Code.
Code.
Code. So this Ranganayaki Amma, she adopted the son. What? She adopted that son of the relatives. But after she did it, she filed in the court for setting aside of the adoption. She said this was a case of coercion. The court said yes, preventing to give a body of your near and dear ones is not allowed under section 256 of the Indian Penal Code. So the coercion, this was an act of coercion, and Ranganayaki Amma can set aside the adoption. That means she need not take the boy as her son. What? Need not take the boy as her son.
Son.
So this was an act committed under the Indian Penal. So if you hit somebody, threaten to hit somebody, cut somebody, threaten to kill somebody, any act which is prohibited by the Indian Penal Code, and the other person is forced to enter into the contract, such contracts are avoidable. What they are? Avoidable. Now, the second part of the definition, commits an act. This is all going to come later, okay? He's going to read it out, but I am finishing it off so that he doesn't have to read all this point again. Correct or no? It's committing an act or threatening to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code, or detaining the property or threatening to detain the property of another person. What is the detaining the property or threatening to detain the property of another person? Now we'll take an example. Now, our friend Sahana, everybody likes her gold pen. That gold pen is one designer pen. And her friend Pranapai comes and tells, sell me that gold pen. Sahana says, please, this gold pen is a very rare collection. I will not sell it to you. Pranav says, I'll give you 5,000 rupees. No, you bought it only for 4,000 rupees. She says, whatever it is, it's not available. I will not sell that gold pen. Sahana goes to college. Sahana's parents have gone out of station. Now, when she comes home in the evening and she opens the lock of her house, she sees Pranav sitting on her sofa with his legs on the table. He smiles at Sahana and says, if you don't sell me that gold pen, I will not leave your house. What? I will not leave your house. She goes to her room. Over there, she sees Amit sitting on the bed. If you don't sell the gold pen to Pranav, I will not leave this room. She goes to the kitchen. In the kitchen, she sees Adrut sitting near the gas on the stove. He's not on it, but he's sitting. If you don't sell that gold pen to Pranav, I will not leave the what?
House.
House.
Oh, kitchen, sir, kitchen.
Kitchen. Then she goes to the toilet. There she sees Anish sitting on the pot. If you don't sell the gold pen to Anana, I will not leave that commode pot. Sana gets very scared and she sells the gold pen. Is this an act of coercion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
sir.
much.
Anish is sitting in the toilet, Adrit is sitting in the kitchen, Pranav is sitting on the hall, Amit is sitting in the room. All stupid fellows. They are detained the property. What? They've detained the
Property.
or if they threaten to retain the property. When she opens the door, she goes in, nobody is there in the house. But as soon as she enters the house, she gets a call from Pranav. And as soon she sees Pranav says, look out of the window. When they looks out of the window, she sees four of them standing. Who all? Adrut, Amit, Anish, and Pranav. If you don't sell us, we will come to your house and we won't leave the house till you sell the
Sell the
pen.
gold.
Pen.
So they are threatening to detain. What? They are threatening to
Detain.
detain. So either you commit an act or you threaten to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. I've already given you the case Ranganayaki Amma versus Alvar Chetty. Or you detain the property or threaten to detain the property of another person with a view of making him enter into the contract. Now, the famous case again over here is Muttaya versus Muttu Karupa. What it is? Muttaya versus,
Muttu Karu.
there was a cricketer called Muttaya Muralidharan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He's considered the greatest bowler.
Yeah,
He got
sir. It's 800 wickets. Yes.
800 wickets. After that, second highest is, I think so. Shane won, no? 700 and...
Yes, sir. 759 wickets.
No, not 750. Rubbish. 708, I think. Just see. No, even 708 or... Just check it up. Whatever it is. Or 650. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway. So Muttaya versus Muttu Karuppa. Now this Muttaya was there, one fellow. He was a principal. He was consigning goods to Muttu Karuppa. What he was consigning goods to?
Muttu Karu.
Muttu Karuppa was this consignee. He used to take the goods and sell it. Now, once you sell the goods, what you should do? You should return the money or remit the proceeds to the principal. What remit the proceeds to the
Principal.
principal? But this fellow didn't return the money. He didn't return the money, and he had. So Muttaya kept telling, "Give me the money. You have sold goods worth 50,000. Why don't you send the money to me?" Muttu Karuppa was a very cunning fellow. He said, "Sir, I am not sure how much money I owe you. Can you send me your account books? And I will check whether the accounts of mine and yours is it." Now, remember, in those days, there was no soft copy. This is in the 1920s, 1930s. All the books used to be these big fat ledgers, where they used to be these big fat
Ledger.
ledgers where they used to write down all the accounting entries and all that, right? No computers, no soft copy. Computers only have started in 1995, around 20, 30 years back. Okay. Till then, it was all manual, nothing was there. Correct or no? So, this fellow, and if you don't have your account books, the government can catch you for income tax and all. They also check your accounts. Auditing cannot do that duty. So, this Muttaya trusted Muthukaruppa and sent his account book to Muthukaruppa. And Muthukaruppa kept off that account book and he said, unless you write a letter stating that I don't owe you anything, I will not give back your book. What I'll not give back your accounts book. You don't sign a release deed. Release means basically you're releasing me of the debt. Now Muttaya got very scared because the auditors were there, accounting transactions had to be carried out. He didn't know how much he had to pay. Remember you prepare the ledger account where you prepare the debtors account, you have to know how much people owe you, etc. Right or no? And
Yes.
so what he did is he wrote a release deed saying that you don't have to pay me anything. And Muthukaruppa gave back the ledger. After that, Muttaya filed a case. The court held that this was a case of coercion and the court could set aside the contract. The Muttaya could avoid the contract. What the contract was voidable. What the contract was voidable. So this was a case of detaining property. What it was case of detaining property. Now I want to tell you a few more things. Now these three you understood, right? Two things. When one person commits an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code or threatens to commit an act or detains the property or threatens to detain the property with a view of maintaining the other party enter into a contract or forcing him into enter into a contract, it is, what is it? It is called as coercion. Now there are two or three more points which you have to remember here. Coercion need not be initiated against the same person. It can be initiated against any other person to force you into entering into a contract. Now, for example, Ganavi, she can put a knife on Sahana's mother and say, if you don't sell me the gold pen, I'll hit your mother or I'll kill your mother. She is not doing the coercion against Sahana. But even then, Sahana is forced to enter into the contract. Have you seen in those old movies?
Yes, sir.
That villain will capture the hero's mother and he'll tie, if you don't sign these documents, I will kill your mother. Have you seen that?
Yes,
And
sir.
then mother
Yes,
will be crying, Don't sign the document, beta. Sign it. Let them kill me. That mother is a fool. She should say, sign the document. Afterwards, you can avoid the contract. What you can avoid the?
Contract.
Contract.
Because it's coercion. Because it is
Course.
what
Oh.
any. They didn't
Coercion.
study. The problem, they didn't have a teacher like me. So what to do? So anyway, so
Correct.
the coercion can be initiated against a third party. And also, it need not be initiated by the same person. Now, Ganvi wants Sana to sell her the gold pen. Ganvi can send one Gunda, Prajat Pai. Prajat Pai can put a knife on Sana and make her, or put a knife on Sana's mother and make Sana sell the gold pen. So it need not be initiated by Ganvi, even though Ganvi is the main person who's entering in the contract, but she's sending somebody else. What she's sending somebody
Yes.
else. So coercion need not be initiated by the same person, or it may not be initiated by the person who's entering into the
Contract.
there's a case here. I don't know whether to do it or not. I'll do the case. I'll just listen to it. It's not an important case like the first two cases. It's called Hansraj versus Secretary of State. Now, what happened is this Hansraj had a son who had to pay some taxes to the government. The Secretary of State, they tried to make his son pay the taxes. He didn't pay the tax. So the Secretary of State, he went to Hansraj and said, if you don't pay the taxes on behalf of your son, we will confiscate your house. What will confiscate your?
House.
And he paid off the taxes on behalf of his son. And later on, he wanted to set aside the contract. The court held that it was an act of coercion. Even though it was not Hansraj who had to pay the taxes, but the Secretary of State forced him to pay the taxes on behalf of his son by threatening to detain the property. What? By threatening to detain the property.
Property.
So he didn't threaten the son, he threatened the father to enter into a contract. Understand? No?
Yes, sir. Master plan he did.
Yeah, very big master plan. He's master blaster. Okay, now coming to another point. Who said master plan? What's your name?
Adrut, sir.
Okay. Now, Adrut. Now, this is the last point in coercion because I want to finish this off. And then Pranav Pai will read out whatever he has to read. Pranav Pai, not Pranav Pai, Adrut is traveling in a ship. He's gone on cruise. What is it called? Cruise. So he's going from India to Sri Lanka in the cruise. Correct or no? And the ship leaves the coast of Tamil Nadu. He's leaving from Chennai. He's going towards Colombo in the ship. Understood? In that ship, there is one more very smart person called Ramani. Hi, Ramani. How are you?
Hi, sir. Fine.
So Ramani and Adrut are in the same ship. And Ramani has one fantastic diamond ring. It's a beautiful 24 carat, not 24. What are those? Yeah, very, very expensive diamond ring. Very rare, big diamond. Not the lab grown diamond. This is original diamond. You know, there is something called lab grown diamonds and original diamonds.
Yes, sir.
Lab
Yes, sir.
grown is all diamonds are nothing but carbon. Okay. When you put coal under pressure, right? Charcoal is also carbon. So lab grown diamonds, over a period of time, when this coal gets under the pressure of the earth, it converts itself into diamonds, or it converts into the diamond under high
Diamond.
temperature pressure under the earth. No, that is natural diamond. But nowadays, what they do, they take the charcoal and they put it in the lab and they put lot of pressure and heat, and slowly it gets converted into a. Those are called artificial diamonds, lab grown diamonds. They are not found under the earth. They are created in the lab. What they created in the
Lab.
Lab.
lab. But she's got a natural, and natural diamonds are nearly 20, 30 times more expensive than
Clear one, sir.
the natural diamond. So Adrut sees that diamond and he likes that diamond. Adrut is a collector of diamonds and gold and silver and all. He says, Ramani, can you sell me that diamond ring? I'm ready to pay 5 lakhs for it. Ramani says, no, no, that has a lot of sentimental value for me. It's given to me by somebody whom I cannot tell. But that fellow is a very nice fellow. That diamond is like, he's like my diamond in my life. Adrut says, go to hell. You sell me that diamond for 5 lakhs. Ramani says, shut your mouth and go. So Adrut removes a pistol. Now, by this time, the ship has sailed into the high seas. What it has sailed into the?
High
I
seas.
see.
What is this high seas? See, every country has something called as a maritime border. What it has a maritime? Maritime border means
Border.
like India has around 4 to 8 kilometers of water which it owns. Which that means all fishing of all Indian farmer, Indian fishermen can go. Sri Lanka also have some 7 8 kilometers. Now, since the ocean is so big, there are some portions of the ocean which no country owns. What which no country?
Owns.
Those are called high seas. What is it called? The
High seas.
so neither is the ship in the jurisdiction of India, nor is it in the jurisdiction of Sri Lanka.
It's in the middle, sir.
It's somewhere in the middle, in the high sea. It's called the high seas. And at that time, Adrut puts the pistol on Ramani and says, Ramani, sell me that diamond, or Ramani says, take the diamond. And Adrut gives her 5 lakhs. Contract is over. They go to Sri Lanka and they come back to India, and Ramani is very upset because her special person has told her, where is the diamond ring which I gave you? Ramani is telling, that Adruti took it off. And Ramani files a case in the Bangalore High Court against Adrut for coercion. Adrut is telling, who is she to file a case? We were neither in India nor in Sri Lanka. You were not under the jurisdiction of Indian Penal Code. This was in the high seas. So take a jump into the ocean. I will not give back the diamond ring. And I've given her 5 lakhs. There's nothing as coercion and all in the high seas because it's not belonging to any country. What is not belonging to any?
Country.
Country.
Ramani says, Adrut, you are a very country fellow. What you're talking about country. Correct or no? Now, will Ramani get back the diamond ring? Will she save her relationship?
Yes.
Or will Adrut take the diamond ring?
Sir, I
Adrut
will
is,
take the diamond ring, sir.
why you like her? Huh?
No, sir, because I
Come
need
on,
to keep the
hey,
connection.
hey. Lot of people are behind you, Ramani. Kushal, Adrut. This Ramani, you have to be careful.
So you're making them behind.
For all
Ramani,
Indians
you
and
are
our brothers
Ramani.
and sisters.
Who you'll marry one foreigner, African, you'll marry Jingalala. Who? Shoo.
Nobody, sir.
Who? In your marriage and all, will they'll come with all that leaves and all that. You marry one African, she'll make you eat raw pig and put in your mouth and put Jingalala who, Adrut who. Adrut.
Why, sir?
Why you only are telling all Indians this? What you whom you'll such a beautiful girl, Ramani. You're leaving Ramani and going for some
Sister,
Jingalala
sir,
money.
sister.
Oh, okay.
The end of the session.
End of the session. Let's come to the point. Now, will Ramani win the case or will Adrut win the case?
Ramani should win the case, sir.
But it was not under the jurisdiction, no? It was the high seas, right?
Coercion is
But
coercion.
of India, she can file a case, right?
Yeah, very good. She can file the case in India, even though it was not under the Indian waters. But when you come back, you can file. Coercion is independent of the place and the time. It depends only whether you exercised coercion, and that coercion, when you return back to the country, can be filed wherever you have entered into the contract or wherever you have entered into the contract. So now let me repeat whatever I have told you, and this will end coercion from my side. Then Pranav will read out. 1. Coercion, section 15. 2. When you threaten or when you commit an act or threaten to commit an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. Cases Ranganayakima versus Alvar Shetty. When you threaten to detain the property or detain the property of another person with a view of him entering into a contract, case laws Muttaya versus Muralidharan. The Coercion may not be initiated by the same party. It may be initiated by another party. It may not be initiated towards the same person. It may be initiated against any other person. Case laws, Hansraj versus Secretary of State. I wanted to give you one more case, which is a very famous case. It had come in your exam. I'll do it off now here itself because I forgot. It's called Chikkam Amiraju versus Sheshamma. What it is called? Chikkam Amiraju versus.
Reshama.
Sheshama.
What happened in this case was there was this lady called Sheshamma whose husband's brother had borrowed some money from her. Brother-in-law had borrowed some money from her. And she wanted the money back. So she kept on telling the brother-in-law, give back the money, give back that. The brother-in-law could not return the money and he was very upset. So he told the Seshama's husband, that is his brother, every time your wife is irritating, she's a stupid lady, all the time troubling me, you do something. What is your, be a man, don't be a mouse. Correct or no? Understood? So this one, oh, this Amiraju, who was the husband of Seshama, he went home, he climbed up on a chair, he put a rope on his neck, tied it to the fan, and he called his wife. He said, unless you write one release deed for my brother that he does not owe you any money, I will kick the chair and then I will commit suicide. What I'll commit?
Suicide.
This fellow wrote, Maseshama got very scared and she wrote a letter. Later on, she came to know husband is full drama fellow. So she filed a case to set aside the contract. What to set aside the contract? The court held that even threatening to commit suicide is an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. The only act in the Indian Penal Code or Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita for which the person does not get any punishment is committing suicide, even though it is prohibited. Because the person has already died. You're not, just like you're not allowed to take anybody else's life, you're not allowed to take your own life.
Life.
Yeah. So, but threatening to commit is an act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. So the court allowed it. So just keep this in mind. The last thing which I discussed with you was that coercion can be applied anywhere as long as you're committing an act, the place and time of committing the act is irrelevant. Did you all understand coercion completely?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
discussed.
sir.
Okay, now Pranapai will take over and he will read out some points, whatever is left behind, and then we'll go to the next one.
Yes. So the next thing is threat to commit suicide, whether it is coercion.
Read it out, please. This is committing suicide is a very interesting thing. You read it.
Suicide, though forbidden by Indian Penal Code, is not punishable as a dead man cannot be punished. But Section 15 declares that committing or threatening to commit any act forbidden by the Indian Penal Code is coercion. Hence, a threat to commit suicide will be regarded as coercion. And then it's the same example that you explained, sir.
Chikkam Amiraju versus Sheshama.
Yes.
Okay.
So then another example is agent refused to give books of accounts to principal.
That was Muttaya versus Muttu Karpane. In case you are finding it difficult to write these names, write it off in the textbook or something. Take a printout. I think so. Nowadays you get note takers where you can write in the PDF also, right, Sana? Is there some software where you can edit the PDF?
Sir, I've seen some, but I haven't used any.
Better way is take a printout and write it, or write it in a notebook. Because if you're writing it with your own handwriting, it will stick in your head. Okay, but in case you're a little lazy, you can use PDF editor or something. Some software will be there, and you can write the. Yeah,
So
then
what name of that husband? Chikkamammi Rajua.
Amiraju, and his first name is Chikkam. Chika. Chikkam means small, no? Like
Yeah, got it.
Chikka, what is Chikka,
Ammi or Ammu Raju?
Ammuraju. It's written Ammuraju in the
No,
Google.
no, I didn't get it. No, there's no case law is given. Just a
Yeah, I'm telling you. Search in Google. Chikham space Amiraju. Amiraju.
okay.
Chikkam Amiraju versus. I have heard names in Kannada. Chikkanna, Chikkegowda.
This is all of Tamil Nadu's name.
This Chikkam Amiraju, is it a Tamil Nadu or is it an Andhra name?
Probably Andhra or Tamil names.
I think so. This is Andhra. That I know
Yes, sir.
Muttaya versus Andhra, right?
Chikam is more Andhra side, yeah.
Yeah, Chikkamammiraju is Andhra. In Seshama is more of Andhra side. I have known a
Chitta means small in Tamil.
yeah.
Uh,
I know there's Muttaya versus Muttukaruppa is Tamil. Clearly, Muttaya means ocean, I think. So pearl. Muttukaruppa is black pearl. Muttu in Tamil means pearl. I don't know in Kannada also it's Muttu means pearl only, no?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
But in Kannada, black is what is black in Kannada?
Yes,
Cup, sir.
Kappu.
Curry.
Kappu. In Tamil it's Karupa. Huh. So that's like black pearl. Muttaya is the ocean, which Muttaya is which holds all the pearls, the ocean, Sagar. That's why it's Muttaya. Correct or no? That's why it's a name of Krishna also, because he is as wide as the ocean, right? Blue color. It's vast as the ocean. He contains all the pearls of the universe. Understand? That's why Muttaya was a Muttukarupa. I know these are all Tamil names. Chikkamammiraju is, I think, such Andhra thing. Ranganayaki Chetty is where, yeah? In that is Tamil Nadu only, no? Ranganayaki Amma was Alvar Chetty.
Yeah. Chatti means small. Chittamma,
No,
Chattiamma.
Chetty. Shetty is in Mangalore. Chetty is in Tamil Nadu, I think.
Yeah, that's what.
Chettiar. Huh.
Yeah.
What to do? All these criminals are all in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh.
What
What to do?
in Tamil Nadu or of Andhra?
Huh? Huh? No. That Hansraj and all was North India. So leave it. Okay. Leave it. It's just that in this case, in this thing, many cases are coming from South India, but it doesn't mean, yeah, when you come to agreements in opposed to public policy, also you'll see a lot of cases from Andhra and Tamil Nadu only. It's crazy. I don't know how these. Hmm, hmm. Anyway, what to do? No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Pranav, you're from Tamil Nadu?
No, sir, I'm from Karnataka.
Karnataka. Okay. Okay. Let's come to the point. Sana, you're a Tamilian, huh?
No, sir.
Hmm.
I'm also from Karnataka.
Hmm. Ramani, you're a Tamilian, huh? The name sounds Tamil.
Sir, Ramani is a Sanskrit name, sir.
Yeah.
It,
But
it
many
means
Tamilians have a Ramani.
no. It's a Sanskrit name, pure Sanskrit name.
Yes, sir. What does it mean? Goddess, sir?
No.
Hmm.
Sri Ramani is a goddess name, which is Lakshmi. The
Hmm.
Ramani means beautiful.
Yeah. Rama is beautiful. Yeah, I remember. Huh. Okay. All names have a meaning. Like Krishna is Akrishtada Krishna. That means the person who attracts Krishna. And the same origin is in Latin also. Christ, Krishtada. A person who attracts Christ, Krishna. Hmm. Okay, anyway, let's come to the next point instead of getting into the
Yes.
science of origin of names. What is it called? Etymology.
Yes, sir, etymology.
Etymology.
I think
Okay,
that's
anyway.
more for words.
Huh?
Sir, the words I think is etymology, but I'm not sure if it's the same for names.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it
For
would be the
names, it's something else. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's go to the next one. So, anything else which you missed out?
No, sir. Oh, that's all in coercion.
Now, let's go to the next topic, which is anti-influence. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll close all the doors and windows because the mosquitoes will come in, and I'll put on the light also. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. 2, 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move to the next topic, undue influence.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Hmm.
Undue influence, Section 16. According to Section 16 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, a contract is said to be induced by undue influence where the relations subsisting between the parties are such that one of the parties is in a position to dominate the will of the other and he uses that position to obtain an unfair advantage over the other. Example, A having advanced money to his son B during his minority, upon B's coming of age, obtains, by misuse of parental influence, a bond from B for a greater amount than the sum due in respect of the advance. A employs undue influence. The essential ingredients under this provision are 1. Relation between the parties. A person can be influenced by the other when a near relation between the two exists. 2. Position to dominate the will. Relation between the parties exist in such a manner that one of them is in a position to dominate the will of the other. A person is deemed to be in such position in the following circumstances. Real and apparent authority, where a person holds a real authority over the other, as in case of master and servant, doctor and patient, and etc. A father, by reason of his authority over
Okay,
the
just
son,
wait. We'll change that later. Father and doctor and patient is for fiduciary relationship. We'll change those. Okay, second.
fiduciary relationship,
Uh,
where relation of trust and confidence exists between the parties to a contract. Such type of relationship exists between father and son, solicitor and client, husband and wife, creditor and debtor, etc.
yeah.
By reason of fiduciary relationship, a solicitor can dominate the will of his client and a trustee can dominate the will of the beneficiary. Example 15. A spiritual guru induced his devotee to gift him the whole of his property in return of a promise of salvation of the devotee. Held, the consent of the devotee was given under undue influence. Here, the relationship was fiduciary relationship between guru and devotee, and guru was in a position to dominate the will of devotee. Next point, mental distress. An undue influence can be used against a person to get his consent on a contract where the mental capacity of the person is temporarily or permanently affected by the reason of mental or bodily distress, illness, or of old age. A doctor is deemed to be in a position to dominate the will of his patient enfeebled by protracted illness. Unconscionable bargains, where one of the parties to a contract is in a position
Okay,
to dominate.
wait. After unconscionable bargain, what's the next one? That's all, right?
The object must be to take undue advantage.
Okay, we'll come back to these 2 points once we finish because it's too much of reading. Let's come to the point. Now, you'll understood coercion. The first way in which there is no free consent is through coercion. Now, the second way in which there is no free consent is something called as undue influence under section 16. When a relation subsists between two parties and one party uses that relationship and is in a position to dominate the will of the other person and uses that position to obtain an unfair advantage, it is called as undue influence. So I'll make him read the definition again. Just read the definition again, Pranav. Just go back to the beginning.
Yes, sir. According to Section 16 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, a contract is said to be induced by undue influence, where the relations subsisting between the parties are such that one of the parties is in a position to
Position to
dominate the will
dominate the
of the
will
other, and he uses that position to
to
obtain
obtain
an
and
unfair advantage over the other.
okay, so there are two or three things. Now, just remember, just like coercion, there is another way in which you can force another person to enter into a contract, which is called undue influence. Undue influence is also called moral coercion. What it is also called moral
Coercion.
coercion. So let me give you an example. Now, let's say our friend is very sick. Just take one person, no? Sana, all the videos are on. Some of the videos are on.
Sir,
Put,
most of them are on only. Like
okay, just
50.
choose some fellow who's looking very sick or felly who's looking sick. Who's sick today?
So
Anybody
one
sick? You're sick, huh? What's your name?
Sir, no, this is me.
Nobody sick, huh?
I
I
am
have
sick.
cough, sir.
What's your name?
Adrut, sir.
Agdrit, you have cough, huh? Now,
Yes, sir.
Adrut has a very bad cough, okay, and his throat is paining from the past 15 days, and he's got a very rare throat disease. And the doctor is Dr. Amit comes over there to his house to treat him. Or Dr. Kushal will take Kushal. Kushal, you're there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
So Dr. Kushal comes, and this Adrut has severe throat pain, and he's taken lot of these things, lot of treatments. He's done biopsy of his throat. There is nothing, but only Kushal, because he's an Ayurvedic doctor, he gives him some medicine, and Adrut becomes okay. But he has to take that medicine every day. Otherwise, the throat pain becomes more and more. Now, Adrut has become dependent on Kushal for the medicine. What has dependent on Kushal for the?
Medicine.
Medicine, sir.
Kushal decides one day to take advantage of the situation. Now, there's a relationship between the parties, doctor and patient. And one person is in a position to dominate the will of the other person. Who's the position who's dominating? The doctor can dominate the patient, or the patient can dominate the doctor? The doctor.
The
The doc
doctor
He
can
uses
dominate
the,
the patient.
he tells Adrut, I heard you have a flat in Rajaji Nagar. Yeah, I bought a flat for 60 lakhs some 2 years back. Now the value is 75 lakhs. Kushal says, I want to buy one flat. Can you sell me that flat for 40 lakhs? Adrut told, how will I sell you for 40 lakhs? Kushal will say, how will I give you the medicine? Now, Adrut knows that there is no other person who can treat him for that throat ache, and he's in a helpless situation, and he sells the flat to Kushal for 40 lakhs while the market price is 75 lakhs. What the market price is?
75 lakh.
75.
Now, here there was a relationship between the parties, that is, doctor and the patient, and one person was in a position to dominate the will of the other person. That is, the doctor was able to dominate the will of the other person, and he used that position to obtain an unfair advantage. What he used that position to obtain an unfair
Advantage.
of 35 lakhs. Yes or no? Now, this
Yes.
type of, now he's not putting a knife, he's not doing any act prohibited by the Indian Penal Code. He's just telling, I'll stop treatment. But it is a case of undue influence. What it is a case of?
Undue
Undue
influence.
Not physical coercion, it is moral coercion. What it is? Moral.
Coercion.
Coercion.
Now coming to the second point, which I want to important here. So first thing is there should be a relationship between the party. The relationship can be brother, sister, father, son, fiance, fiancée, husband, wife, creditor, debtor. And the person must be in a position to dominate the will of the other person. Now, how can you dominate the will of the other person? The in section 16 of the Indian Contract Act says that there are three ways, or there are three positions or relationships in which one person can dominate the will of the other party. Now, the three ways in which you can dominate the will of the other party is, one is through real or apparent authority. The second is fiduciary relationship. The third is mental distress. Now, let's go to the first one, real or apparent authority. Real authority is when the person has real dominating power over the other person. There are few relationships where one person can dominate, the parent and child. The parent can hit you and they make you listen to whatever you. So they're giving an example. There was a son who borrowed some money from his father. Let's say borrowed 1 lakh. Pranav borrowed 10 lakhs from his father to start his CA firm. And he told, Dad, I'll give you back the money after 1 year. After 1 year, his father says, if you are my real son, you will not give me back 10 lakhs, you'll give me back 15 lakhs. What do you think I am? I took care of you, this, that, and all that. And he threatens his son and he makes him give back 15 lakhs. Now, this is a case of undue influence because the father is taking advantage of his
Son.
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 So, real authority can be father, son, it can be master, servant. There is one master. Let's say Adrut is the boss, is the master. He has one small servant who's working in his house. The servant is working for 10 years. Adrut comes to know that the servant has one land in the village. He says, if you don't sell me that land for 1 lakh rupees, I will throw you out from the job. This is again a real authority. What it is, a real?
Authority.
So master,
Authority.
son, parent, child. Apparent authority basically means there is no authority like a proper authority, but there is an authority which appears to be an authority, where a person has a position where he can apparently, or which appears to dominate the other person. What it appears to dominate the other.
Person.
So I'm going to give you a case here for real and apparent authority. Here there was an apparent authority. The case is again from Tamil Nadu, unfortunately. Ramani is getting very irritated, but you can't help it. All,
Why,
her,
sir? There's
all,
also
all your Tamil brothers and sisters, Thambis and all are getting involved in all these cases. In all this. Okay, the case is Rani Annapurni Devi versus Swaminathan. What it was? Rani Annapurni Devi versus
Swaminathan.
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 What happened in this case of Rani Annapurni Devi versus Swaminathan? Well, the Swaminathan was the only money lender in his village. So anybody had any monetary requirements, they had to go to whom?
Swaminathan.
Swaminathan. And there was one widow who had lost her husband and she didn't have any means to survive. Her name was Rani Annapurni Devi. What her name was? Rani Annapurni.
They
Look at the irony. Her name is Rani, which is queen. Annapurni, which means she has all the food in Annapurna. But she was very poor. But she was very poor.
Poor.
And she was dying of hunger. And she had to borrow some money. She did not have anywhere else to go. So she wanted to borrow some money to start one stitching business in her house, the sewing machine, no? Tailoring cloth and all that, correct or no? How will she live? She can't beg on the road, right? So she went to Swaminathan. She said, Swaminathan, please give me some money. I want some money for my subsistence. I'll buy a machine and I'll start earning my interest. Now, Swaminathan is a very cunning money lender. He saw that there is an advantage. I am the only money lender. There is no other person. So he said, I'll lend you 1,500 rupees for your sewing machine, but you have to pay me 100% interest per annum. How much?
100%.
100.
Wasn't he taking advantage?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That means after 1 year, you have to double the money. Imagine you borrow 10 lakhs from the bank. After 1 year, you have to pay 20 lakhs. So Rani Annapurni Devi had no other way to go. She borrowed the money. Here he was in an apparent authority. He had the authority in that village and nobody could question his authority as the money lender. But after 1 year, she could not pay the money. Who will pay 100%? It's impossible. So she approached the court and she said this was a contract of undue influence. The court held yes. Swaminathan was in a relationship of a money lender and the borrower, and he had an apparent authority and he used his position to obtain an unfair advantage. Wasn't it an unfair advantage?
Yes.
100%. So the court reduced the rate of interest from 100% to 24%. Now remember in those days, 1900s and all, 24% was a decent rate of interest. Okay, means it is just like today's 8% or 10%, correct or no? Correct. Nowadays, people borrow, you take personal loans, you get it for how much? 15%, 16%, right? Hmm. Hmm. Correct. Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So vehicle loans you get for 14, housing loans you get for 14, 15, 15, whatever, 15, 16%, right? So he reduced the interest, hmm, interest to 24%. So this was a case of real and apparent authority. What was case of real and apparent?
Authority.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. My mother is calling me. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Visible?
Yes.
Huh? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay,
Yes, sir.
let's go to the second one. I get so scared. I got up and the stupid headphones had fallen down, and I don't have a better headphone than this. This is in, what is that? I forget the name of the headphone only, but it's a very good one. Hmm. Hmm. That ones who make that keyboards, Logitech. What is that called? Logitech, right? Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, sir, Logitech.
Yeah. Now coming to the point. Now let's go to the second point, which is very important. One was, now we are discussing that in undue influence there should be a relationship between the parties, and the relationship should be such that one person can dominate the will of the other party. And I told you, to dominate the will of the other party, there are three situations. One was real and apparent authority. The second one is fiduciary relationship. So the real and apparent authority is parent and child, or father and son, master and servant, thief and criminal and police, income tax officer and assessee. Those are all real and apparent authority. They've given you some husband, wife, and creditor and debtor. We have to write this. I keep forgetting to write the ICA that they have done. They've given you wrong information here, which I will correct and I'll tell you. Fiduciary relationship. Fiduciary basically means a relationship of trust. What it means, a relationship of.
Trust.
So when you trust somebody and that person betrays your trust, Adrut trusted Kushal, but Kushal betrayed. So doctor and patient is a relationship about, you're trusting your doctor will give you the right medicines. He will do the surgery in a properly. When you go for a doctor for surgery, do you expect him to remove your kidney and give it out to somebody else? Do you
No.
expect him to give
No,
the
sir.
right medicine? You're trusting the doctor, right? Solicitor and client. So solicitor, you appoint a advocate. Let's say Sana's fighting a property with her cousin sister. She expects that the advocate will fight the case truly on her behalf, and she gives all the relevant information, correct? But if the solicitor or the doctor takes advantage of the situation, and one more, spiritual guru and disciple, you trust your guru, you trust your spiritual guru who will help you. But if this guru takes advantage of the situation, so all these are fiduciary, trustee, beneficiary. Remember, trustee, beneficiary, I've explained to you. So fiduciary relationship, I'm going to give you three or four. One is trustee, beneficiary, doctor, patient. They've given doctor, patient in real or apparent apathy. Track it out of there. It comes here. Doctor, patient, solicitor, and client. Solicitor is the person who fights the case on your behalf. Spiritual guru and disciple is also here. Now let's give you a case. Just I gave you case for real and apparent authority. We'll do a case for fiduciary relationship. What we'll do a case for fiduciary.
Relationship.
Now the case is a very famous case. It's called Manu Singh versus Umadat Pandey. What it's called, Manu Singh versus Umadat.
Pandey.
Pandey.
This is a case, luckily from North India. It's from a place called Allahabad, which is now called Prayagraj. Anybody's been to Allahabad, Prayagraj? There was some Kumbh Mela, no, recently?
Mahaku.
Yes.
Mahako. You went, Pranav?
No, sir, my dad went. I had exams.
Okay, okay. I've been there, but I've not gone during the Kumbh Mela. I've gone during some other time. It's a very hot and good city. There is the Ganga over there. And there is a speciality. There is a temple of Hanuman on the banks of the river Ganga. It's the place where three rivers meet, Ganga, Yamuna, and you can see the different blue, brownish Ganga, greenish Yamuna, and there is one river which flows underneath called Saraswati. So they meet. And there's a Hanuman temple. Means it's a Hanuman temple, means it's a Hanuman idol. It's constructed, and that Hanuman is lying down. What it's lying down on that Prayagraj. So they say that whenever Hanuman feels tired of being on the Prayagraj, he goes to meet Rama. He goes to meet. And I'm telling you this. So because I stayed in Allahabad for 2 days, I'd gone to speak to the Allahabad University over there, so I know this. So I was thinking, what are they talking all this rubbish? The next day I went. The first day I went to the temple and came. Second day also he told we'll go to Sangam once more, you just take a dip. Second day Hanuman disappeared. There was no Hanuman over there only. That lying down statue of Hanuman was disappeared.
Disappeared.
I said, what happened?
Was not there.
Hanuman was not there. He's gone to meet Rama. Then I came to know the secret behind this. You know what's the secret? The secret is when it rains, the Ganga, the high tide comes, no? The Ganga level water rises. So it submerges that Hanuman. What it?
Submerges.
Submerged.
So we think he's gone off, but actually he's under the water. What is?
Underwater.
Underwater. Go, it's very interesting. Allahabad is a very interesting place. Okay, anyway, coming to the point. Mahakumbh. So what happened was, this happened in Allahabad or Prayagraj. There was a spiritual guru called Umadat Pandey. Now, Umadat Pandey had many seekers, and one of them was Manu Singh. Manu Singh was a lady. Although the name sounds like a man, but Manu is both a name of a boy as well as it's a name of a
Girl.
in North Indian, just like Kiran. No? Kiran can be a boy's name, it can be a
Girls.
girl's name. Manu can be a boy's name, it can be a girl's name. Actually, in North India, the short form of Manorama is Manu. Huh? So this lady was a spiritual, and she used to go and she trusted her spiritual guru. Spiritual guru is one nowadays, no. The spiritual guru. You have to be very careful in choosing your spiritual guru. Means you don't have to choose, your guru will choose you when you get the right in life, when you can get the right, when you reach a stage where the guru will find you. You will come to know this later, and I'm not talking about it now. Anyway, so this Manu Singh was there, and she went to this fellow. He was not a right guru, he was a false guru. And he told her, see, Manu, you have so many properties. And the problem you don't have peace of mind is because you have so many properties. If you want moksha, if you want liberation from all worries, donate all your property to me. Gift. This Manu Singh donated all the property to whom? Her spiritual guru, Umatat Pandey. Any guru who tells you you have to be poor, any guru who tells you you don't have to make money is a false guru. Remember that. Because these gurus, they will tell you to be poor. But when they go and live to their disciples, they'll choose the richest disciple to live. So anybody who tells you that abundance is not meant for people who are spiritual are telling you lies. In fact, the most abundant places in the world are the most spiritual places. Tirupati is the richest place. Kaaba is the richest place. Vatican is one of the richest countries in the world. So actually, spirituality attracts abundance. It will never repel. All those people who are sitting outside that Banaras temple, poor people, they are not spiritual. Understand? So when you reach a degree of spirituality, actually you attract abundance. Correct? You know? So just keep this in mind. Making money is your birthright. You have to make money. So anything which has been fed into your stupid head that people, if you want peace of mind, you should have less money. Nonsense. Absolute rubbish. No, sir. Money can buy you bed. It cannot buy you sleep. But you can't sleep on the ground and get good sleep, no. You need a bed, no. No, sir. Money can't buy you health. But you need, no, running machine, treadmill. That only money can buy, no. Walking shoes. Understood? So don't even think of this, right? Money is good, but obsession with money is not good. So you should make enough money, and that money you should make in a way that you should give to the people, give back to the society in some way or the other. So make as much money as possible. Live a comfortable life. And with that, also make a contribution to your village, start a school, give scholarship to children, give to your temples, give food, poor feeding. So much money can do, right? When it's in the hands of the right people, it can do so much good. And the world runs on rich people. The world runs on money only, isn't it? Tata Cancer Hospital, if they were all Azim Premji Foundation, if all these people were poor, where you would have no foundation, no cancer hospitals, no, all this runs through that. So don't have that feeling also of that money, rich people are stinking rich. It should be fragrantly rich. So make all of your, when you'll become chartered accountants, make it a decision that I'll be as rich as possible. And with that money, I will do good for myself and I'll do good for the world. What I'll do good for the
World, sir.
world. Mm. So let's come back to this. So Umadat Pandey was one stupid guru. He told her, don't make money. Give all your property to me. That stupid lady gave all the property to him. After that, that fellow started ignoring her. The guru started.
Ignoring her.
Hmm. Then she realized a mistake. My guru was only behind my money. What, he was only behind my
Money.
money. So she filed a case. He said contract without consideration is valid. Gift, completed gift, no? It's a valid
Yes, sir.
contract. But she said, I gave him the gift because he told me I'll get moksha. He used his position to dominate my will. The court held that yes, it was a contract where the spiritual guru used his position to dominate the will of a person who had trusted him. The fiduciary
Relationship.
was violated. What the fiduciary relationship was?
Violated.
And the court set aside the contract. Manu Singh got back a property. So the three ways in which you can dominate the will of the other person is real or apparent authority. Second one is,
Fiduciary relationship.
Fiduciary relationship.
third one is mental distress. What is it?
Mental distress.
Somebody of y'all has to mute because I'm feeling I'm echoing. Don't you hear my echo somewhere, Sana?
Yes, sir.
Who is this person who's making me echo? Sana, you've gone to Uti.
No, sir.
Who's gone to Uti?
I have gone multiple times, sir.
Who? What's her name?
Faiza.
Faiza. You've gone to that lover's point. There in
Yes,
that way, what will happen over there? You'll go on there and then, huh? Tell her. Everybody. So you, that lover's point is a very nice point on the hill where you go and you shout, I love you, and it'll come back. I love you. 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 What is that called? Echo. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Echo, echo. So it's a very nice. Sana, go for your honeymoon. I love you. It will keep saying, I love you. Sahana, Sahana, Sahana.
So why, sir?
Why? You have heard this echo? It's a very interesting point, lover's point. Lovers. Okay. What, Faiza, your relationships are there in Uti?
No, sir. Like, we often go there.
Okay. You like it? Which place you like best over there, Uti?
There, we have resort there.
Nah, Uti, that is nice. The best thing in Uti is their homemade chocolates.
Yes, sir.
You get some very nice homemade chocolates over there in Uti. Okay, let's come back to the point. So, this third point is mental distress. What happens in mental distress was if the person is of old age and he's of mental distress and he cannot understand things properly, and you take advantage of his position because he's in mental distress because of his old age, even then it becomes undue influence. What even then it becomes?
Undue
Undue
influence.
influence.
I'm going to give you another last case This is called Sher Singh versus Preeti Singh. What is it called? Sher Singh versus.
Preeti
Preeti.
Singh.
Hmm. Okay, now what happened is the Sher Singh had lots of acres of land. He was an 80 to 82-year-old old man, and nearby his niece used to live. You know, niece, no? Correct or no? Brother's daughter. And she used to take care of his fields and take care of his thing. His sons were all in the city, and this fellow used to pay his niece some money for the maintenance of his land and his uh, property. So she used to take care of it, and she used to take care of her fields also, water the plants, plow the fields, and he used to pay her some money maintenance for the thing. Now this Preeti Singh came to know this fellow is very old. He's becoming very anxious. So she told her uncle one day, "See, you gift all your land to me, or else I will stop maintaining you. I'll stop feeding you. I'll stop giving you anything. If you want to be with me, you do this." So the Sher Singh was very much in mental distress. Old man, no, he couldn't understand who will take care of me in my old age. And he wrote all his property to his niece. Later on, his sons came to know that this lady had taken advantage. So they filed a case. The court held that there was mental distress. That old man was anyway suffering from high blood pressure. He had so much of tension about his fields, and you took advantage of that and you made him gift all the property in your name.
Name.
So these are the
Name.
three ways in which there is what?
Mental distress.
Mental distress. First one is real or apparent authority. I'm going to give you some master servant, parent child, income tax officer, assessee. All these are real and apparent authority. Second one is fiduciary relationship, where there's a relationship of trust, solicitor, client, doctor, patient, trustee, beneficiary, spiritual advisor, and disciple. Third is mental distress, what it is, where old age, etc. Now they've
Third.
given you husband and wife and creditor and debtor. Now, husband and wife and creditor and debtor, there is no relationship of domination. You know why? This is absolutely rubbish which they've given. Because, see, in a husband and wife relationship, you do not know who will dominate whom. In some cases, the husband may dominate the wife. In most cases, the wife will dominate the.
Husband.
So, how can they say that there's a relationship of domination? In olden days, 1920s, 1930s, husbands used to dominate the wife. Nowadays,
Ulta.
one friend
Yeah.
told another fellow, "See, don't be a mouse. Whenever I see you in your house, you're like a mouse in front of your wife." He told, "No, no, I'm like a lion, but my wife is Durga. She sits on me and she drives me." What she? Navratri is going on, no? Correct or no? Huh. So in husband and wife, you do not know who's dominating whom. Second is creditor and debtor. What creditor and?
Debtor.
Debtor.
Who's more powerful in your house, Ramani? Your father is strict or your mother is strict? Who listens to?
Sir, I'm a single parent kid.
What's mother or father? With you. Your mother's there with you?
Mother.
Mother, okay. Your house, Pranav?
What, sir?
Who's more strict? Your father or your mother?
Sir, actually, both are very strict.
Both are strict. Oh, okay. So there is no. Sana told me her father is stricter, right?
Yes, sir.
Your house, Faiza?
What, sir?
Who's stricter, mother or father?
Father, sir.
Oh, in this case, that's full ulta. All fathers are dominating. Anish, in your house? Mother, no? Hmm. Okay. Let's come back to the point. So what happens is, in this case, husband and wife, you do not know. So cancel off that husband and creditor and debtor. They've given you one more case of fiduciary. In there also, you do not know who dominates the will of whom. See, in that case of Rani Annapurni Devi versus Swaminathan, the creditor dominated the debtor. But in some cases, the debtor may dominate the creditor. See, I have given some money to my friend. He's not returning the money. He'll say, unless you reduce the interest by 10%, I'll not give you back the money. The debtor is strong. Sometimes the debtor can dominate the.
Creditor.
So just remember, there is no presumption of undue influence under creditor, debtor, husband and wife. Only these three conditions. Now we discussed all these 3 points. There are 2 points which also have to be discussed, which is unconscionable bargain. What is this unconscionable bargain? He'll read it out and then you will come to know, and then we'll go to the last one and we'll wind up today.
Sir, one doubt I have is you said parent and child comes under real and a parent authority.
Yeah.
But then you said the example of father and son is wrong under real and a
No,
parent authority.
no, they given father and son in fiduciary relationship, I think.
Yeah, they've
Both
given that
Yes,
the
sir.
They've
in
given it in
both.
fiduciary. They've given in both.
yes, sir.
I
Real and a
cancel off,
parent.
cancel it off in the fiduciary relationship.
Okay, fiduciary, yeah.
That's why I said it's wrong over there.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Got it.
Got it. Yeah.
Next is unconscionable bargain.
Yeah, read it.
Where one of the parties to a contract is in a position to dominate the will of the other, and the contract is apparently unconscionable, that is, unfair. It is presumed by law that the consent must have been obtained by undue influence. Unconscionable bargains are witnessed mostly in money lending transactions and in gifts. A, being in debt to B, the moneylender of his village, contracts a fresh loan on terms which appear to be unconscionable. It lies on B to prove that the contract was not induced by undue influence. A applies to a banker for a loan at a time when there is a stringency in money market. The banker declines to make the loan except at an unusually high rate of interest. A accepts the loan on these terms. This is a transaction in the ordinary course of business, and the contract is not induced by undue influence. That's it, sir.
Okay, now listen to this very important point. Unconscionable transaction. Unconscionable means you have something called as conscience. You have a conscience. Oba. Now, unconscionable means when you're entering into a contract of undue influence, it shakes your conscience. How can a money lender charge 100% interest to a poor girl or a poor lady? It's unconscionable. It's very, very unfair. How can a spiritual guru ask his disciple to give everything to him and go on the road? It's very unfair. What it is very
Unfair.
So whenever you talk about undue influence, it's an unconscionable bargain. Basically means that it shakes your conscience. It's a very, very unfair transaction. What is a very, very unfair
Transaction.
Understood or no? That's why it's called unconscionable. Why? That's why it's called unconscionable. Are you getting what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Read the next.
Yes.
Huh?
So
Excuse
position.
me, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
sir, are you talking about the nature of undue influence the contracts entered?
Yeah. So with a view to obtain an unfair advantage, so that unfair advantage should be very unconscionable. It should shake your conscience. Remember the definition. We are discussing the definition. No? When a person is in a position to dominate the will of the other person and uses that position to obtain an unfair advantage, that unfair advantage should be unconscionable. Now they've given you an example where it's not unfair. It's not unconscionable. So, for example, let's say uh, mm, Corona time, correct? All people are borrowing money, and you need money, and there's too much demand for money in the market, and you go to a bank, and usually he charges you 12% interest per annum for a loan. Now he's charging you 15% because there is no money supply. He's got very few funds. What he's got very few,
Funds.
and he's justified because there is lack of funds. So that 15% will not be treated as unconscionable because he's not taking an unfair advantage. He's just going as per the situation. What he's just going as per the
Situation.
understood or no? Got it?
In this case, this is not undue influence.
Yeah, this is not. So the banker giving money at a higher rate of interest because of stringent conditions in the market where there is less lack of supply of money in the market, that is not a
Undue influence.
that's a normal, that's just a normal transaction. That's just a normal
Transaction.
transaction.
Okay.
Understood or no?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, so
Yes,
or
sir.
let's take an example. Now see here, day after tomorrow is Aida Puja. Okay, now in Aida Puja, all of you all will put flowers on your car and that banana leaf. Yes or no? Most of you all put no on your instruments, whatever you all do, car, bike, they do
Yes,
puja,
sir.
no?
Yes.
For the
Yes, sir.
instruments, correct or no? I don't know, some of you all know this. Now see here, now if you're getting a flower gallon for 30 rupees, on that day you'll get it for 50 rupees. You can't blame the shopkeeper to charge 50 rupees because there is so much.
Demand.
Demand.
Tomorrow is Ashtami. Coconut prices, everybody will put that coconut and break that coconut in front of goddess. Coconuts will go, now it's around 45 rupees per coconut, it will go to 70 rupees, 60 rupees. You can't tell, oh, Amazon is charging me more. That is not their fault. That is the demand. Oh, let me give you something which you all will understand. Now, if you buy a normal rose, red rose, you'll get it for 30 rupees, 25 rupees, 30 rupees. Valentine's Day, you won't get it for less than 75, 80, 100 rupees. You know, Bangalore on Valentine's Day, nearly 15 tons of red roses were brought into Bangalore on, and all of them were sold within 6 hours.
All.
15 tons. You know what is 1 ton?
1,000
1000 kgs.
kgs.
1,000 kg.
15,000 kgs of red roses. You can't blame them, you know. Or if you anything, these are all demand supply. You can't help it. See, I'll give you an example. Shreya Ghoshal came to Bangalore some 1 month back. You know the Shreya Ghoshal?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
She's popular singer.
Shreya Ghoshal is one of the most popular singers. Now, there's a big problem because any live concert, now if you go on that website, what is that website? I forget that website's name where they sell all these tickets.
Book my show.
Book My Show. Now, within 3 minutes, the tickets got sold. Now, there were some 20,000 tickets, all got sold within 3 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. 3 minutes. In 180 seconds, she got 20,000 booking. Now, Book My Show very cleverly kept some tickets out of some 18, they had 20,000 tickets, they sold some 18,000. Now, 2,000 tickets, they'll sell at a premium. You can't blame them because there is so much of, you can't say they were exercising undue.
Influence.
You didn't book at that time, your problem. Correct or no? You know Shreya Ghoshal, no? Very, very popular. Shreya
Yes.
Ghoshal and all that Arijit Singh.
Togo.
Huh? Who's this? Who's this?
Sir, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು?
Who's that? Yeah? Sana.
Sir, I'm checking one second.
ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
What you want? Yeah? Where she has to, she wants to send me somewhere. Huh? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತ? She wants to send flowers, red roses. What's Sana?
Sir, I don't know, sir. I'm checking.
Hey, ask her. No? You want to check out the red roses? Huh? You want to check? Somebody and all. This is crazy, Ramani.
Why?
Kushal, you didn't see. Huh?
Sir, I'm speechless, sir. Why do you take everything my way?
What? She told you. She told... This is a very interesting thing. Okay, let's go back to that. So those are not undue influence. Only if it shakes the bargain, it shakes the conscience of the person, it is.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, the aggrieved party can put a case like.
Okay, wait. Yeah, that one thing. Sorry, I didn't explain that. Now, just remember, we have 2 or 3 minutes left. Let me see. In the case of coercion, right? Listen here, all of you listen to this carefully. In the case of coercion, the burden of proof lies with the accused. The burden of proof lies with the aggrieved party. That means, suppose Ganavi has put a knife on Sahana's neck and made her sell her golden pen. It is up to Sahana to prove in the court that Ganavi exercised coercion. What is up to Sahana to prove in the court? She has to take a video recording or she has to show something which is there or circumstantial. So the proof of proving that coercion was done is with the victim or with the accused or the person who's filing the case, the complainant. Correct or no? Understood? But in undue influence, it's the other way around. the burden of proof lies with the person exercising the undue influence to prove he's guilty. That means the court already assumes that he's guilty. So in the case of Rani Annapurni Devi versus Swaminathan, it's up to Swaminathan to prove in the court that he's not guilty. What he's not? Rani Annapurni Devi doesn't have to do anything. In the case of Manu Singh versus Umadat Pandey, it's up to Umadat Pandey to prove that he is innocent in the court of.
Law.
The burden of proof in coercion is not with the accused, it's with the person with the complainant. But in the case of undue influence, the burden of proof lies with the accused. That means it's Swaminathan with all those people. Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Next, quickly.
Yes, sir. The object must be to take undue advantage, where the person is in a position to influence the will of the other in getting consent, must have the object to take advantage of the other. A teacher asks her daughter to get married to one of his brilliant students. Both the girl and boy were very smart, settled, and intelligent. Here, the teacher had a relation which can have influence on both of them. But as no undue advantage of such influence was taken, such contract of marriage is said to be made by free consent.
Okay, so suppose the teacher is there, okay, and he tells his student, you marry my daughter, and both of them are intelligent, smart, it's not unfair advantage. But suppose the teacher tells the student, you give me a car, until then I'll not give you internal assessment marks. That becomes unfair, undue influence. What it becomes undue influence. Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go to the next.
Burden of proof. When a party to contract decides to avoid the contract
I've already
on the
told you this. Burden of proof in coercion, it's with the person. With undue influence, it lies with the person who's on whom the case. I just now told you this, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's all.
So then is the effect of undue influence, section 19.
What happens with the effect of undue influence? The contract becomes voidable. What the contract becomes?
Voidable.
Just like in coercion. Also in undue influence, the contract is voidable at the option of the party to whom the case is filed. Guys? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So Annapurni Devi can cancel the contract. Umadat Manu Singh can cancel the contract. Sher Singh can avoid the they want. See, in the case of Rani Annapurni, she decided to continue the contract, but with changed terms. She didn't avoid the contract. But in the case of Manu Singh and Sher Singh, they both decided to avoid the contract. Okay, done.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Next
Nothing.
is fraud.
Okay, we'll discuss this in the next class, whenever I have your class next. So for the time being, we've understood two concepts. So please go through this and we'll take it up in the next class. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes, sir.
Hello, friends. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So, what were we discussing in the last class?
Proportion.
Correct. We completed ratios, problems related to ratios, and we started with proportions. Correct. Therein, we learned in proportions, we learned certain concepts. First, we said first we learned what is a proportion. What is a proportion?
Equality between two ratios.
Equality between two.
Yes, equality of two ratios. Equality of two ratios is proportions. So if A is to B is equal to C is to D, we got one rule there, one relationship. What was that?
Equals to
AD
BC.
is equals to B.
Very good. AD is equal to BC. That is product of extremes equals
Product of means.
product of means. Yes, product of extremes is equal to product of means. AC is equal, AD is equal to BC. Correct. However, if we have only three elements, the second element would be called
Mean proportion.
mean proportional. Correct. Second element is called mean proportional. Whereas the first and the third element would be there. So in that case, the cross product rule will be applied as
B square equals to A.
Square is equals to AC.
B square is equal to AC. Everyone following?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Fine. Then what else we discussed? We discussed about the concept that yes, in case of a ratio, both the terms of the ratio should be equal, whereas in case of proportion,
The ratios should
Not.
be
individually the ratio of the terms should be equal, whereas collectively, when I said the two ratios, the terms of the first ratio and terms of the second ratio, maybe,
It can be not equal.
yeah, it need not be equal, it can be different. Correct? Yes. Then we discuss the properties. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, their inverse ratio are also equal. B is to A is equal to D is to C. What is that property called?
inverted.
Invertendo. Very good. Likewise, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, if I interchange the means, A is to C is equal to B is to D, that is called
Alternate.
alternando. Very good. Whereas if I subtract the first the terms of the first ratio and the terms of the second ratio, that is A minus B is to B is equal to C minus D is to D, then dividendo. Whereas A plus B is to B equals C plus D is to D,
Componendo.
componendo. Very good. These are the properties. These are the properties that we discussed. Correct. We have two more properties, 2 plus 1, yeah, 3 more properties left, which we will continue. We'll quickly complete that discussion so that we can solve problems. Are we clear? Till here, anyone has any doubts?
No, sir.
No. Fine. So if that is the case, we'll look into the next property. What is the next property that we have? Now, previous two properties that we learnt. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, A minus B is to B is equal to C minus D is to D. This property is called dividendo.
Dividendo.
A plus B is to B is equal to C plus D is to D. This is called
Component.
componendo. If I merge both, A plus B is to A minus B is equal to C plus D is to C minus D. This is called
Componendo dividendo.
both. Correct? First I have componendo, then I have dividendo. So it is called componendo and dividendo. Are we clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone following?
Yes, sir.
If you want
Yes,
to understand how this property works, that is the derivation of it, we know A by B is equal to C by D, correct? If I add 1, what happens? A by B plus 1 equals C by D plus 1. B is the LCM A plus B. D is the LCM C plus D. So A plus B is to B equals C plus D is to D. Whereas A by B is equal to C by D. If I subtract 1 from both, A by B minus 1 equals C by D minus 1. Then it will be A minus B by B, C minus D by D, which is nothing but, or
A minus.
yeah, we'll write that ratio later. What I'll do here is I'll consider this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. If I do that, if I consider that, if I divide equation 1 by 2, what happens? A plus B by B divided by A minus B by B on the LHS. RHS will be C plus D by D divided by C minus D by D. B and B, D and D cancelled. A plus B by A minus B is equal to C plus D by C minus D, which gives us A plus B is to A minus B equals C plus D is to C minus D. That's how that property is derived. Okay. At the end of the day, what is relevant for us is this property. So can we write this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, Tanushri, I know, purposefully. Right, I just want to experience how it would be, right? By keeping the videos off, what would be the experience? Why should our students only have the fun, right? I should also have the fun. So today I'll have the fun.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And going forward also, if I'm not seeing 50% of the videos on, 100% I'll not switch on the videos going forward. Okay, that's how it would be. And people, if they're not coming on time also, they'll be there in the waiting room. Okay, right down. Why should we, right? Switch, we people have switched on the videos. We are on time. Not, we need not worry. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to A minus B. A plus B is to A minus B is equal to C plus D is to C minus D. C plus D is to C minus D. Below that or within brackets you can say this is componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo.
So, sir, that both are merged together and it has been done, no, sir.
Exactly. Below that you can, if you want, you can write this derivation.
Okay, sir. I have written only that A plus B is equal to C is equal to C and D, sir. I have to write this also.
This is derivation. If you want, you can write a truth.
Okay, sir. I'm writing it down. 1 minute, sir.
completed some.
Completed? Anyone still writing?
No, completed, sir.
Completed. Okay, fine. So if that is the case, we'll move on to the last set of properties. Now, if we have any use of this, there will be one more question in the examination, Bhargavi. There will be. Okay, fine. Now, the next concept. Now, let's say we have A is to B is equal to C is to D. This we say in proportion. Can I have equality of 3 ratios?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Possible? We can have? Yes. Likewise, equality of 4 ratios?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, it is possible. Such kind of proportion is called continued proportion. We had continued ratio. We learned A is to B is to C, so on. That was continued ratio. Likewise, if we have equality of more than one, what do you say, more than 2 ratios, then that is called continued proportion. Now, in case of continued proportion, let's say these 4 ratios are in proportion. If I add the antecedents A plus C plus E plus G, etc. If I add the consequence B plus D plus F plus H, I end up in another ratio. That ratio will also be in the same proportion. Meaning A is to B is equal to C is to D is equal to E is to F is equal to G is to H are in proportion. Then all these ratios are in proportion with A plus C plus E plus G is to B plus D plus F plus H. This proportion, or rather this concept, is called addendo. Since we are adding the antecedents, adding the consequence, the resultant ratio is also in the same proportion. Understanding? Yes. So if I have, see, 1 is to 2 equals 2 is to 4 equals 3 is to 6. If I add them, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 is to 12 is also in the same proportion. 1 is to 2 at the end of the day. Correct? So this property is called addendo. Understood? Yes? Everyone?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Whereas, same thing, instead of adding, if I subtract A minus C minus E minus G divided by B minus D minus F minus H, this also will be in the same proportion. If I subtract also, it would be in the same proportion. That property is called subtrahend. Okay, that's it. This completes the concepts we have in proportions. Can we make a note of this?
Yes.
Yes, write down. When 3 or more ratios, 3 or more ratios are related, 3 or more ratios are related, then they are said to be in continuous proportion. Then they are said to be in continuous proportion. Below that, if you can write this, if A is to B equals C is to D is equal to E is to F is equal to G is to H. Then then A plus C plus E plus G, A plus C plus E plus G divided by B plus D plus F plus H, B plus D plus F plus H is also in the same proportion. Is also in the same proportion. Below that, this property is called addendo. This property is called addendo. Completely below that. Similarly, if A minus, sorry, similarly, if same A is to B equals, C is to D equals, E is to F equals, G is to H are in proportion, then write this. A minus C minus E minus G divided by B minus D minus F minus H is also in the same proportion. Is also in the same proportion. Yes, Hannah.
So before also we discussed the similar property, right? So that three quantities A, B, C are of same kind. Then A is to B equals B is to C. It is also a continuous proportion.
That is continuous. This is continued.
Continued. Okay, sir.
Continued. Okay. So that's the point. So if there are two or more ratios in proportion together, then that's called continued proportion. If we have only three terms in that proportion, that's called continuous proportion.
Okay, sir. I
Okay, that's the
got the
difference. Good.
spellings wrong.
Yes. It's okay. No problem. That's a good point. Yes. So once you are done with this, below that, this property is called subtrahendo. This property is called subtrahendo. Done? Yes, Chinmay, good. Below that, example. Example, if A is to B is equal to C is to D is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5, find the value of AD is to BC and A plus C is equal to B plus D. So they're asking us these values. First one is easy. AD is to BC, simple. You can easily get it.
Sir, this is 2.5.
2.5, correct. 2.5 is to 1.5. Correct. Sahana, correct. AD is to be C, right answer. Excellent, Sahana. Both correct. Very good. Tanushri, both correct. Lahari, excellent. Both correct. Bhavani Ammar, I think you have to recheck. Jeevan, first one correct answer. Good. Very good, Jeevan. Both correct. No, Rishabh. Recheck. Ganavi, both correct. Rachana, first one is correct. Can you further simplify it? Gitanjali, good. Both correct. No, Prapti. I think you have to recheck. Both. Apurva Jogi, both correct. No, Ramani. You have to recheck. Puneet, first one correct. Okay. So, first they are asking us AD is to BC. What is AD is to BC? Product of extremes is equal to product of means. Correct. So,
Cos
for
into
to calculate product of extremes is equal to product of means, what do I want? I want the first two ratios A, B, C, D. AD is to BC. So, A is to B is equal to C is to D. If I take the first ratio, A by B is equal to C by D. AD will be equal to BC. Product of extremes equals product of means. So if AD equals BC, what would be AD is to BC? They're equal. 1:1. Everyone? Yes. So this ratio, the third ratio, is not relevant at all for the first calculation. Because in the first calculation, they are just focusing on AD is to BC. Whereas in the second calculation, A plus C is to B plus D. What are they focusing on? A plus C. Correct? A plus C, B plus D. Can you tell me which property that we have learned out of the properties that we have learned, which property I have to apply?
Add into.
Very good. Excellent, Faiza. Sahana. Add and do. Right? A plus C, B plus D. We are adding the antecedents. We are adding the consequence that will lead to the same ratio, same proportion. So, add and do. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, what would be the add and do principle? A plus C is to. What is the add and do principle, guys? A
B
plus C is to
B plus D.
B plus D. This also will be in the same proportion. Correct? So can I say A plus B is equal to C is to A is to B is equal to C is to D equals 2.5 is to 1.5 is whatever they have given us, which would be equal to A plus C is to B plus D.
yes, sir.
Yes, because of addendo property. Now we want A plus C is to B plus D. Numerically, if you look at, that is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5. So A plus C plus B plus D, A plus C is to B plus D is equal to 2.5 is to 1.5. That's the answer. However, normally we don't keep ratios in decimals. So I'll multiply this by 2. 2.5 into 2 is 5. 1.5 is into 2 is 3. 5 is to 3 is the answer. Are we clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Everyone?
sir.
Yes. If anyone is writing, quickly complete it. If anyone has any doubts, you can ask me. No doubts? All clear?
So the
Anyone still-
first one, AD is
Yes,
to PC.
Okay. How did we get? That's your point. How did you get 1:1?
So I know that cross mean root, but one. Okay, sir, I got it. Okay, sorry, sir, I got it.
Yeah. Yes, Jivan.
Sir, as we last time discussed, A is to B equals to B is to C, the duplicates also the same proportion. I checked for the sub-duplicates and sub-triplicates.
Yeah.
Coming
Okay.
same only, same proportion.
Same proportions. They are coming in the same proportions. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Yes. So if A is to B is equal to C is to D, then their duplicate ratios are also in the same proportion. Are also in proportion. Their sub-duplicate ratios are also in proportion. Very good. Yes. Can we move on to the next question? One more question.
Yes, sir.
Just
Okay. Fine. One more question. Write down. If A by 3 is equal to B by 4 is equal to C by 7, find the value of A plus B plus C divided by C. Very good. Bhavani MR, Lahari, Tanushri, Sahana, Dhanush, Pranav Pai, Nandita Bhatt, Atharva, Annapurna, Prapti, Ganavi, Faiza, Swati, Sharat. Correct answers. Chinmay K is correct. Srinitya correct. Geetanjali correct. Samanvita correct. Good. So, what are they telling us? They are asking us to find A plus B plus C numerator. A plus B plus C. Again, how do I get it? If I have A by 3, B by 4, C by 7, I have to apply.
Add into.
Add and
Very good. I have to apply addendo. So if I apply addendo, I can say A plus B plus C divided by 3 plus 4 plus 7 will also be in the same proportion. So A plus B plus C divided by 3 plus 4 plus 7 is?
14.
14.
So can I say A by 3 equals B by 4 equals C by 7 equals A plus B plus C divided by 14 are all in the same proportion. Now what are they asking us? Yeah, correct. A plus B plus C divided by C. So can I compare these two ratios? A plus B plus C? Yes, I'll compare these two ratios, or I'll consider those two ratios. And since I want A plus B plus C divided by C, I'll send the C this side, 14 the other side. If I do that interchange, what happens? A plus B plus C divided by C is 14 goes to the numerator divided by 7. 7 ones are 7 twos are. A plus B plus C by C is 2. 2 is to 1 or 2, either way. Okay, that's the answer. Are we clear?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Anyone writing this?
No.
No.
No. Okay, if that is the case, one more example, very interesting one. Write down. A dealer mixes tea costing rupees 6.92 per kg. Tea costing 6.92 per kg with tea costing rupees 7.77 per kg. 7.77 per kg. And sells the mixture at rupees 8.80 per kg, and sells the mixture at rupees 8.80 per kg. Full stop. He earns a profit of 17.5%. He earns a profit of 17.5% on his selling price. 17.5% on his selling price. Full stop. In what ratio did he mix them? In what ratio did he mix them? So we need to find out that ratio. Beautiful.
So what does mixes tea means?
Mixes means, see, there are two types of tea, two different qualities of tea. They are mixing the both, and that mixture is sold. Okay, TA and TB, they are mixing both and then selling it.
Okay, sir.
No, Sahana, I think you have to recheck. Very good, Pranav. Correct answer. Lahari V, very good. No, Kaushal, you have to recheck. Name Acharya, you're almost there, but that's not the right answer. Prapti, correct. Good. Tanushri RNS, correct. You can further simplify that. Samanvita, but very good. Right answer. Jeevan Reddy, correct. Faiza, correct. Good. Yes, Navami, correct. Yes, Tanushri, correct. Pranav Hegde, correct answer. You can further simplify it. Shri Nitya, correct answer. Very good. Lahari Acharya, correct. Naveen Gowda, correct. Dhanush Hegde, correct. Ganavi, correct. Sahana, correct. Yes, Pranav Hegde. Yes. Ramani, correct. Okay, fine. We'll discuss the answer. Now, what are they telling us? If 100 rupees is the selling price, what would be the profit?
17.5.
17.5%.
17.5, because they are telling profit is 17.5% on selling price. If 100 rupees is the selling price, 17.5 rupees is the profit, meaning 82.5 rupees is the cost. If this is the selling price and this is the profit, 82.5 is the cost. Correct? So, if selling price is 8.8 rupees per kg, what would be the profit?
1.54.
1.54. 1.5.
Very good. 8.8 into 17.5%. We get 1.54. If I reduce that, what is the cost?
7.54. 26.
7.26. 7.26 per kg. Correct? 7.26 per kg is the cost. Here, when I say the cost, this is the average cost of the tea. Why I say average cost? Because there are two different types of tea having different cost. So, if this is the average cost and this is the individual cost, can I find out the ratio?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
because
Yes, sir.
Yes. How? I'll consider the first quantity, the first type of tea, the quantity mixed as X, quantity mixed as Y for the second. Can I tell average? If this is the average cost, how do I get the average?
Yes.
6.92 into X plus 7.77 into Y, give me the total cost divided by
X plus
Y, the total
X.
quantity. Total cost by total quantity is average. Correct? Simplifying this, 6.92x plus 7.77y. If I send x plus y the other side, 7.26 into x plus y. 6.92x plus 7.77y equals 7.26x plus 7.26y. 7.26x plus 7.26y. So I'll bring y and x separately. That is this as y and this as x, rather that side. It will be 7.26x minus 6.92x is equal to 7.77y minus 7.26y. What is 7.26 minus 6.92? 0.5. Correct? Equal 7.77 minus 7.26.
0.34.
No, this is 0.34 and that is 0.51. Correct? Now, what are they asking us? They're asking the ratio in which these two are mixed. So x is to y is what I have to find out. But there we have 0.34x equals 0.51y, or if I bring y this side 0.34 the other side, I get x by y equals 0.51 by 0.34, which is nothing but 51 by 34. So can I say x is to y is 51 is to 34, 17 2s are 17 3s are, x is to y equals 3 is to 2. So they have mixed the two different types of t in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Yes, Adrut.
Sir, that where that 1.54, sir, that method I went wrong. After that, the whole sum is gone, sir.
Understood. I got it. Now you understood?
Now I understood, sir. After that, 7.26, I got 7.24, sir. That's why.
That's where you would have gone wrong. Yes. So that's the reason while calculating, every step becomes important. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Complete this. Yeah. Complete this. If anyone is still writing, others, if anyone has any doubts, you can definitely ask me.
Sir,
Did
2
everyone
minutes, sir. I'm noting it down.
complete? No problem. Anyone has any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me.
So 7.26 is average cost, like the mean, right?
Exactly. Correct.
So why can't we like x plus y upon 2 is equals to 7.26?
No, because here this is we are not mixing this 1 kg and this 1 kg. What is why we get, if I have two observations A and B, why do we take A plus B by 2? Because there are only two observations. Whereas if I have multiple observations, the n changes, increases. Here in this case, what is the total number of observations? The total quantity mixed. Correct? Total quantity is x kgs plus y kgs, x plus y.
Done, sir.
Clear? Yes. Kushal, understood?
No, sir.
No. See, if we have, let's say, x and frequencies, x values as 1, 2, 3, 4, frequencies as 12, 24, 36, and 48. Here, if you want to calculate the arithmetic mean, will you just divide it by 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 observations?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, no, Kushal. What do? We calculate n total of the frequencies. That is what we'll be dividing.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Even though I have two different types of T in this case, I am not adding only 1 kg of T1 and 1 kg of T2. There will be X kgs of T1 and Y kgs of T2 added. So the total number of observations will be X plus Y.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the reason we cannot take 2, instead we have to take X plus Y. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anyone still writing?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, here why it can't be 0.51 is to 0.34? Sorry,
100% correct.
0.34 is to point.
Okay. 0.34 is to 0.51. Since they have given us 6.92 per kg as the first type of tea and
Yes.
7.77 as the second type of tea, in examination they expect us to give in this ratio only, x is to y.
Sir, how could we differentiate between that? I got 2 is to 3.
Correct.
So,
See, since we have denoted this as x, this as y, since this is the first information given in examination, that's how they will presume that this should be x is to y. First, this is the first ratio, this is the second, first term, and this is the second term. Okay. Yes. Yes, Ananya.
Sir, can you explain the starting part again? The the selling price and the profit cost and all that.
See, they have given us 8.8 rupees is their selling price. They're getting a profit of 17.5% on the selling price. So what does that mean? What does 17.5% on selling price mean? If my selling price is 100 rupees, 17.5 rupees is my profit. Meaning 100 minus 17.5, 82.5 is my cost. Correct? Same way, same approach if I go with the actual figures given. 8.8 rupees is the selling price. If 8.8 rupees is the selling price, what is my profit? 17.5% on the selling price. So 8.8 into 17.5% comes up to 1.54. So this is my profit. 8.8 minus 1.54, 7.26 is my cost, which we considered as average cost for this calculation because both the type of tea are mixed there.
Okay.
Okay, clear. Yes, Pujashri, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Done. Can we look into some exercise questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. So we'll go back to the study material, institute study material. In page number 1.12, we have exercise 1B. Exercise 1B. Look at the first question. Simple. They're asking you the fourth proportional. Oh, good. So many answers. Very good. Ganavi, Lahari, Acharya, Jeevan, Tanushri, RNS, Kaushal, Sahana, Samyukta, Samanvita Bhatt. Who's this? Chinmay KS correct. Srinitya correct. Sharat correct. Dhanush Hegde, Nandita Bhatt, Geetanjali, Rachana, Apurva Jogi, Prapti, Navami Acharya, Faiza, correct answers. Lahari V, Vikshita, Bhavani MR, Bhargavi N, Shriram. No, till Bhargavi N correct. Shriram you have to recheck. Purnima, Pranav Hegde correct. Vikram, Ashika, Sai Pragna, correct answers. Adrut you have to recheck. Smriti Hegde you have to recheck. Kiran, Dhanya Bhatt, and Rishabh correct. Indira you have to recheck. Kirti, correct answer. Simple. Okay, so what have they given us? Fourth proportional. Fourth proportional means what? Fourth term. 4 is to 6 is equal to 8 is to what? This is a fourth proportional. This is what we have to find out. How do I find out? Since this is not known, whenever we don't know anything, we call it X. In a proportion, we know the property. That is where that property becomes very, very important. Which is that property?
Cross mean.
Cross product, correct. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. Product of extremes 4 into x equals 6 into 8, 48. If 4x is 48, what is x? 48 divided by 4. Well,
It is 12.
12 is the answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Maybe my
Yes.
calculation got wrong, I think, again.
Got it, got it. Be careful in the calculations. If that is the case, can we come to question number 5?
Yes, sir.
Solve question number 5. Yes, Tanushri RNS, Kaushal, Sahana R, Vikram, correct answers. Adrut, you have to recheck. Sai Pragna, you have to recheck. Smriti Hegde, Apurva Jogi, Jeevan Reddy. Yes, Adrut, correct answers. Prapti, Elhari Acharya, Indira, Bhargaviyan, Naveen, Ganavi, Navami Acharya, Chinmay KS, Pranav Hegde, Dhanya Bhatt, Srinitya, Sharat Bhatt, Gitanjali, Swati MC, Nandita Bhatt, Dhanush Hegde. Correct answers. Kushal, I think incomplete in the answers that you have typed, maybe. Purnima, correct. Kirti, correct. Bhargavi Hegde, correct. Shivamanyu, you have to recheck. Arpita Hegde, Amit B, Murugesh, Ananya, Viksha, Nagapriya, Rajit, Puneet, Gangotri, Diksha Hegde, Annapurna, Rachana. Yes, Kushal, correct answers. Bhavish, Vikshita, correct. Bhavani Ammar, Shriram, Ashika. Very good. Correct answers. The fourth proportional, again the same concept. 2a is to a square is equal to c is to what? Is what we have to find out. I'll call it as x. Same cross product rule. 2a into x is equal to a square into c. X will be a square into c divided by 2a. A and a gets cancelled. AC by 2. Option A, AC by 2. Likewise, those who are done with this, question number 7. Yes, Arpita Hegde, correct?
Is it seventh question, sir?
Yeah, 7th one, correct. Smriti Hegde, correct. Vikram, correct. Tanushri RNS, correct. Sahana R, correct. Ganavi, correct. Lahari Acharya, correct. Jeevan Reddy, correct. Dhanush Hegde, you have to recheck. Nandita Bhatt, correct. Bhavani Ammar, correct. Amit B, correct. Faiza, correct. Indira, correct. Rishabh, correct. Adrut, again, you have to recheck. Prapti, correct. Dhanush Hegde, correct. Pooja, correct. Raksha Hegde, correct. No Adrut. No Ranjit. Srinitya. Gitanjali, correct. Nagapriya, correct. Annapurna Nayak, correct. Pranav Hegde, you have to recheck. Samanvita Bhatt, correct. Kushal, you have to recheck. Viksha, correct. Kirti, correct. No Adrut. Apurva Jogi, correct. Agastya, correct. Kushal, correct. Chinmay KS, correct. Naveen Gaur, correct. So again, what are they asking us? Mean proportional. When they say mean proportional, what is that?
B square equals
B
4AC.
square is equals to
Very good.
A into
B square is equal to AC. Excellent, Kushal. Yes. So we have only 3 terms there. 12x square is to B is equal to B is to 27y square. That's what we have. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. B square is equal to 12x square into 27y square. B square will be, what is 12 into 27?
384.
324.
324 x square y square. I don't want b square, I want b. So square root. If I take square root on both sides, b square root is b. 324 square root is
18.
18. X square root is x. Y square root is y.
Y.
18xy is the answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Those who are done with this, come to question number 12. Question number 12.
The question number
12. 1 to 12. Ganavi correct. Tanushri RN is correct. Sahana correct. Dhanush Hegde, you have to recheck. No Indira, you have to recheck. Samanvita but correct. No Dhanush. No Adrut. Ashika correct. No Sharat. Annapurna Nayak correct. Viksha correct. No Indira. No Swati. Kaushal correct. Nita but correct. Kushal correct. Very good. No Kirti. Sriram correct. No Indira. Chinmay K is correct. No Prapti. No Nagapriya. Shri Nitya correct. No Chetan. Nachiket correct. Adrut correct. No Smriti. Purnima correct. Nagapriya correct. Prapti correct. Indira correct. Geetanjali, you're almost there, but that's not the correct answer. Bhargavi N, correct answer. Okay, we'll discuss this. If 5x minus 3y divided by 5y minus 3x is equal to 3 by 4, find the value of x is to y. How do we do it? Best way of doing it is cross multiplication and simplify. 4 times 5x minus 3y equals 3 times 5y minus 3x. 4 5s are 20x minus 12y. 3 5s are 15y minus 9x. If I can send minus 9x this side, minus 12y the other side, so that x and y will be together, 20x plus 9x equals 15y plus 12y. 29x equals 27y. What are they asking us? X is to y. Correct? So, retain x here. Send 29 the other side. Bring y this side. X by y equals 27 divided by 29. X is to y is the ratio required. 27 is to 29 is the answer. And not 29 is to 27. Okay, it has to be 27 is to 29. None of this. Is that clear?
Yes,
Sir.
Yes. Anyone making a note of this?
No, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there is complete. Those who are writing. Others, can we come to question number 17? 17. Question number 17. No, Ganavi. Tanushri RN is correct. Seventeenth question, Marukesh. 17. Shivamanyu correct. Indira correct. Yes, Ganavi correct. Naveen Gowda correct. Rapti correct. Sharad correct. Raksha Hegde correct. Jeevan Reddy correct. Diksha Hegde, you have to recheck. Swati correct. Tanushri KS Tanushri, you have to recheck. Mayur correct. Samanvita correct. Dhanush correct. Adrut correct. Chetan correct. Smriti Hegde, you have to recheck. Geetanjali, you have to recheck. Pranav Hegde correct. Bhavani correct. Vikshita correct. Geetanjali correct. Lahari Acharya correct. Gangotri correct. No Ramesh. Sai Pragna correct. Kirti correct. Shri Ram correct. Sahana correct. Nagapriya correct. Smriti Hegde correct. Nachiket correct. No Rachana. Arpita Hegde correct. No Ranjit. Dikshit correct. Annapurna Nayak correct. Okay. How did we get this? Now, the sum of ages of 3 persons is 150 years. So 3 persons ages 150 years together, put together. Correct? 10 years ago. So presently, if 3 persons age is 150 years, can I say x plus y plus z is 150?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 10 years ago, what would be the age of x?
X
X minus 10.
Minus 10.
Minus 10 years. What would be the age of y?
Y minus
Y
10.
minus 10.
Y minus 10 years. And age of z?
Z
Z
minus 10.
Minus 10.
Z minus 10 years. What are they telling us? 10 years ago, their ages were in the ratio of 7 is to 8 is to 9. That means, can I say x minus 10 is to y minus 10 is to z minus 10 is 7 is to 8 is to 9? Correct? Here,
Yes,
what
sir.
I'll do? Yeah, I'll take two ratios. I'll take this. X minus 10 by y minus 10 is equal to 7 by 8. I'm just taking two
Yes,
ratios
sir.
for yes. So 7 by 8. So here cross multiply 8 into x minus 10, 7 into y minus 10. 8x minus 80 equals 7y minus 70. If I bring this to LHS and 80 minus 80 to RHS, 8x minus 7y equals minus 70 plus 80. 8x minus 7y equals 10. We can call this equation 1. Same way, I'll take another two ratio. I'll take y minus 10 and z minus 10 equals 8 by 9. Same approach, cross multiply. 9 into y minus 10 is equal to 8 into z minus 10. Yes, Adrut?
Sir, the sum which I had done the 17th one, sir.
Yeah.
That 14x plus 30x plus 152 I have done, sir. So after that, the sum which I did was that after that 14x is equal to 122. After that, x is equals to 8.71 was not the correct answer. I didn't get it.
17th one. We are solving this. This is the 17th one.
Okay, sir. Okay. I might wrongly calculated it.
9 into y minus 10 is equal to 8 into z minus 10. 9y minus 90 equals 8z minus 80. Same thing. Bring 8z this side, minus 90 the other side. 9y minus 8z equals minus 80 plus 90. We get 9y minus 8z is equal to 10. I can call this equation 2. Now if you know, here x plus y plus z is equal to 150.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
That
sir.
is the case. Can I send y and z the other side and say x is equal to 150 minus y minus z?
No, sir.
Why no? Why can't we do it? We can do it. If I send y the other side, it will become minus y. Z the other side, minus z. Okay. So if I get x is equal to 150 minus y minus z, and if I can substitute that instead of writing x here, if I can write 150 minus y minus z in the first equation, what do I get? 8 into 150 minus y minus z minus 7y equals 10. 8 into 150. What is 8 into 150?
1200.
1200 minus 8y minus 8z minus 7y equals 0. 1200 minus 8y minus 7y is minus 15y minus 8z equals 0. If I bring these two to RHS, I get 15y plus 8z equals 1200. I'll call this equation 4. Why did I do that? If you look at equation 2 now, it has y and z. If you look at equation 4, that also has y and z. I can easily solve those two equations. Solving 2 and 4. 9y minus 8z is equal to 10. 15y plus 8z is equal to 1200. Minus 8z plus 8z cancelled. 9y plus 15y is 24y equals 1210. Y will be 1210 divided by 24. How much do we get? Did I do something? Did I do wrong?
Sir, you have to take 10 in 1200 minus 8y minus 8z minus 7y is equal to 10, sir, not 0.
Sorry, correct. So this should have been 10. So 1200 minus 10. So the equation would be 15y plus 8z equals 1190. That is the fourth equation. Sorry. Yes. Yes, I'll correct it. Did we get it, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, this should
So,
have been 1190. Clear, Faiza?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So 24y equals 1200. So 1200 divided by 24, we get y as
50.
50. 50, right?
50.
Yes, sir.
50, yeah. Y as 50. If I substitute y as 50 in any of these equations, 9 into 50 minus 8z equals 10. What is 9 into 50? 450 minus 8z equals 10. If I send minus 8z this side, 10 the other side, 8z is 450 minus 10. 8z is 440. 440 divided by 8 is 50.
55.
55.
We have the value of y, value of z. If I substitute them here, y and z, I get the value of x. X is equal to 150 minus y minus z. 150 minus 50 minus 55. X is 45.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so 45, 50 and 55. Option A is the answer.
Yes, sir. Now I got it.
Good. Yeah, definitely, Kaushal. I'll also discuss that. If anyone is writing this, quickly complete. Yes, Murugesh, you can do that. Anyone still writing this?
Yes.
Yes, complete.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So this is how you can solve it full-fledged. However, you can always obviously check the options also. Right? They are telling sum of the ages of three persons should be 150 years. Is 45, 50 and 55 150? Yes. 40, 60, 150, 150? Yes. 35, 45 and 70 150? Yes. All the three are 150s. However, 10 years ago, if present age is 45, 50 and 55, 10 years ago their ages would be 35, 40 and 45. Correct? 10 years ago. Is this in the ratio of 7 is to 8 is to 9?
Yes.
5 sevens
Yes,
are,
sir.
5 eights are, 5 nines are. So this has to be the answer. Okay, we can always do option elimination. That is what we'll be doing in the examination, 100%. But in the regular classes, as much as possible, I'll be discussing full-fledged so that we get the concept right. But we have subsequently we'll have revision classes in all those things. We'll only be doing this revision. What do you say? Shortcuts. Okay, so that's how we'll be solving. Yes, that was question number 17. Can we come to question number 29? Simple one. Yes, Tanushri, correct. Sahana, correct.
Question number 29, right?
29, yes. Jeevan, correct. Mayur, correct. Dhanush, correct. Nandita Bhatt, correct. Swati, you have to recheck. Sharat, correct. Ashika, correct. Viksha, correct. Vikram, correct. Pranav, correct. No Rachana, you have to recheck. Annapurna, correct. Dhanya, correct. Dhanya Bhatt. Lahari Acharya, you have to recheck. Shivamanyu, correct. Bhargaviyan, correct. Bhavish, correct. Ganavi, correct. Raksha Hegde, you have to recheck. Geetanjali, correct. Samanvita, correct. Adrut, correct. Kaushal, correct. Pujashri, you have to recheck. Bhavani Ammar, correct. Indira, correct. Smriti Hegde, correct. No Rachana. No Navami. Ranjit, correct. Chinmay KS, correct. Srinitya, you have to recheck. Chetan Gowda, correct. Apurva Jogi, you have to recheck. Amit SB, you have to recheck. Faiza, correct. Puneet, correct. Purnima, correct. Naveen Gowda, you have to recheck. Pranav Hegde, correct. Nagapriya, you have to recheck. Arpita Hegde, correct. Okay, fine. If A is to B is equal to 4 is to 1, they're asking us square root of A by B plus square root of B by A. What am I supposed to do? Just substitute. A is 4, B is 1, B is 1, A is 4. So this is square root of 4 plus square root of 1 by 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. 2 plus 2 LCM, 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5 by 2 is the answer. 5 by 2 is the answer. Okay, that's question number 29. If anyone is still completing, complete. Others, can we go to question number 30? That's an interesting one. Very good. Sahana, correct.
Sir, next question is?
Question number 30. Bhavani MR, correct. Tanushri RNS, correct. Jeevan Reddy, correct. Mayur Hegde, correct. Dhanush Hegde, correct. Lahari Acharya, correct. Shivamanyu, correct. Ganavi, correct. Adhrut, correct. Chetan, you have to recheck. Prapti, correct. Bhavish, correct. Swati MC, correct. Smriti Hegde, correct. Wait, Samanvita, correct. Smriti Hegde, I think you have to recheck. That's not the correct answer. Sorry. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll discuss this. It's a good question. Whenever we have this type of a question, x divided by b plus c minus a equals y divided by c plus a minus b equals z divided by a plus b minus c. Whenever they have given us like this equations, three phrases are equal, we will equate it to a constant k. If I do that, can I say, if this is the equation, can I say x divided by b plus c minus a will be equal to k? Likewise, y divided by c plus a minus b is equal to k, and z divided by a plus b minus c is equal to k. See, ultimately, what are they asking us? They are asking us b minus c into x plus c minus a into y plus a minus b into z. So we want x, y, and z values. How will I get? By sending b plus c minus a the other side. X is equal to k into b plus c minus a. Y is equal to k into c plus a minus b. Z is equal to k into a plus b minus c. Now we know the values of x, y, and z. What are we supposed to find out? B minus c into x, c minus a into y, a minus b into z. B minus c into, what is x value? K into b plus c minus a, correct? Or if you want here only, you can expand. K into b plus c minus a is kb plus kc minus ka. This is kc plus ka minus kb, and z would be ka plus kb minus kc. Substitute that here. So I can just substitute kb plus kc minus ka plus c minus a into y is kc plus ka minus kb plus a minus b into z is ka plus kb minus kc. Now just multiply b into kb, kb square, b into kc, kbc, b into minus ka, minus kab, minus c into kb, minus kbc, minus c into kc, minus kc square, minus c into minus ka, plus kac. C into kc, kc square, c into ka, kac, c into minus kb, minus kbc, minus a into kc minus kac minus a into ka minus ka square minus a into minus kb plus kab, a into ka square, a into ka is done, a into kb kab, a into minus kc minus kac, minus b into ka minus kab minus b into kb minus kb square minus b into minus kc plus kbc. We're done with the expansion. Kb square minus kb square, kbc minus kbc, minus kab plus kab, minus kc square plus kc square, plus kac minus kac, plus kac minus kac, minus kbc plus kbc, minus ka square plus ka square, plus kab minus kab. Everything got cancelled. What remains if everything gets cancelled?
Zero.
Zero.
Zero. Right? Kb square minus kb square is 0. So the final answer that we get is 0. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can we quickly write this down? Those who are writing. Completed?
Yes, sir.
For this type of a question, I'm afraid no, Arpita. Okay, this is how we have to do it. Anyhow, by solving more problems, you'll get hold of it so that you can solve it faster. Okay, fine. So this completes our discussion on what? Proportions,
Proportion.
right? We're done with proportions. Are we sleeping?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? Everyone awake there?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, so with that, in the first chapter, we had 4 units. That's what we learned, of which ratios and proportions are done. Right? Can I move on to unit 3?
Yes.
Yes. Unit 3 that we have is indices. A very simple concept, a small discussion that we have here. In indices, now what do we understand by index? Indices, index.
Power.
Power. Correct? What do we understand by power? What is power? Strength.
The number raised to like 2 raised to 4 raised to something. That's
Correct.
all.
So 2 raised to 4. If I have 2 raised to 4, I call this 2 to the power 4. Correct? Here, this 4 is called the power or the index, and 2 is called the base. What does that signify? What is 2 to the power 4 telling us?
Sir, multiplying 2 4 times.
Yes, multiplying the base, the number of times of the index. Correct? So 2 to the power 4 means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. That is what indices tell us. So if I have 2 to the power 5, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, which would be 32. Correct? That is what indices is about. Now, we can also represent certain things. Now, let's say root 2. I have root 2. I can express root 2 as root 2 itself, square root like this. Or in terms of indices, I can write it as 2 to the power
1 by 2.
by 2.
2.
1 by 2. Very good. 2 to the power 1 by 2. Likewise, cube root of 4 can be written as 4 to the power
1 by 3.
1 by
1.
3.
Yes, everyone understanding?
Yes, sir.
Rth root of a is a to the power 1 by r. So here, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to learn? Anyhow, if I have 3 to the power 5, I can easily calculate. What are we supposed to learn here? There are few principles, some laws that we have. Okay, we have 4 principles. That is what we are supposed to learn. So I'll start with the first principle. The first law says a to the power m into a to the power n. If we have, I can simplify it as
A to the
a
power n plus n.
to the power m plus n. Very good. I can simplify it as a to the power m plus n. What does that mean? If I have, see, a to the power m, a to the power n means base should be equal. If I have 2 to the power 3, 3 to the power 5, can I say 2 into 3 to the power 3 plus 5?
No.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
base have to be the same. I can apply this principle only when I have 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 5. Base should be the same. Then I can say 2 to the power
3 plus 5.
3 plus 5.
Plus 5.
is 2 to the power 8. Right? That is how we'll have this. So what is 2 to the power 3? 8. What is 2 to the power 5? 32. What is 8 into 32?
256.
256. What is 2 to the power 8?
240.
40.
250.
256.
256. So 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 5 is 2 to the power 3 plus 5, which is nothing but 2 to the power 8. Are we clear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Can we write down this? Indices below that. First law, a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. A power m into A power n is equal to A power m plus n. Below that,
So topic means the headline for this.
indices. 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 In that law 1, A to the power m into A to the power n is A power m plus n. Below that, you can take example 2 into x to the power 1 by 2 into 3 into x to the power minus 1. Simplify this if x is equal to 4. Find the value there. If x is equal to 4, what is the simplification? Very good. Ganavi, Tanushri, Sharat, Lahari. Correct answers. Jeevan, I think you have to recheck. Sahana, you have to recheck. Ananya, correct. Viksha, correct. Apurva Jogi, you have to recheck. Yes, Sahana, correct. Agastya, correct. Jeevan, correct. Dhanush, you have to recheck. Swati, correct. Annapurna Nayak, correct. Nandita Bhatt, correct. Pranav Pai, correct. Chinmay KS, correct. Bhavish, correct. Vikshita, correct. Naveen Gowda, you have to recheck. Vikram, correct. Yeah, correct. Vikram. I think that's a typo there. I think it should be the correct answer, Vikram. No Smriti. Prapti, correct. No Gitanjali. Vinyas, correct. No Navami. No Kushal. No Gangotri. Srinitya, correct. No Dhanush Hegde. Pranav Hegde, correct. Okay. How are we getting this? Now, what is 2 into 3? 6. X to the power 1 by 2 into x to the power minus 1. A power m into A power n is A power m plus n. 6 into x to the power 1 by 2 minus 1. That is 6 into x to the power 1 by 2 minus 1. 2 LCM 1 minus 2. 6 into x to the power minus 1 by 2. Yes, before I proceed further, we should know one property. If I have a to the power minus 5, if I want positive power, what should I do?
1 by A power.
But reciprocal, correct? I should take the reciprocal of it. 1 divided by a to the power 5. Following everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? So, if 6 into x to the power minus 1 by 2 I have, if I want positive power, I should take the reciprocal. 6 into x to the power 1 by 2, nothing but 6 divided by x to the power 1 by 2. What is x to the power 1 by 2? X square. Sorry, square root. Square root of x. Substitute x as 4. 6 divided by root 4. That is 6 divided by root 4 is 2. 6 by 2 is 3. Alternatively, yes, Vikram, as you pointed out, it can be 6 divided root 4 can also be minus 2. Root 4 is plus or minus 2. So, if 6 is minus 2, the answer would be minus 3. Are we clear? Yes,
Sir,
everyone following?
Yes.
sir,
Yes,
Anyone
sir.
writing this?
sir.
Yes.
So how did that minus 1 upon 2 become plus 1 upon 2 of the
Ah,
x?
yes. That is this property, Kushal. If I have 5 to the power minus 3, I can write it as 1 divided by 5 to the power 3. Okay, if I take the reciprocal of it, the powers become positive.
Okay, sir.
Okay, same property. X to the power minus 1 by 2. If I take reciprocal 1 divided by x, the negative sign becomes positive. Anyone still writing?
Done, sir.
No. If that is the case, take one more example. Simplify 6 into ab square c cube multiplied by 4 into b to the power minus 2, c to the power minus 3 and d. That's a good question, Viksha. They should not. Okay, they will definitely not give like that. Both 3 and minus 3 in the options. Worst case scenario, if they have given us like that, you choose one of those options, you will get the marks. Okay, you'll get the marks there.
Okay,
Very
sir.
good. Yeah. Pranav, correct. Nandita, but correct. Vinyas, correct. Sahana, correct. Vikshita, be correct. Sharat, you'll have to recheck. Vikram, correct. Kushal, correct. Good. Atharva, correct. Tanushri, RNS, I think it's a typo, should be the correct answer. Agastya, correct. Jeevan, correct. Mayur, correct. Lahari Acharya, correct. Shivamanyu, correct. Annapurna Nayak, correct. Dhanush, correct. Srinitya, correct. Chinmay KS, correct answer. Ganavi, correct. Adrut, you have to recheck. Yes. Lahari B, correct. Sharat Bhatt, correct. Ashika, correct answer. Murugesh, you have to recheck. Kaushal, correct. Naveen, you have to recheck. Ramesh, correct. Ramani, correct. Bhavani, correct. Bhargavi, correct. Bhargavi Hegde. Apurva Jogi, Ananya. Correct answers. Simple. This is straightforward. 6 into 4 is 24. A par m, there is no A here, so I'll directly write A. B par m into B par n is B par m plus n, 2 minus 2. C par m into C par n is C par m minus n, 3 minus 3, and D. 24, A, B to the power 2 minus 2 is 0, C to the power 3 minus 3 is 0, and D. Now, what is a number to the power 0? What is A power 0? 1. Any number to the
1.
power 0 is 1.
0.
Is 1. Any number to the power 0 is 1, meaning what? This number is not existing. If that number is not existing, 1 is existing. So 1 is the answer. 1 is the power 8. Any number to the power 0 is 1. So 24 into A into 1 into 1 into D. 24AD is the answer.
Sir, why is it 1?
Sir, we
Why
can
is
use
it
the
1?
other.
Yes, Bhargavi?
Sir, we could use the other property like 1 by b square and cancel.
That can also be done. Yes, you can do that. Yes, simple. Who was that? Kushal. See, if you have b square and b to the power minus 2, b square b to the power minus 2, can I write it as 1 by b square?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Can I cancel b square and b square? What remains now? 1.
1.
Correct? Alternatively, I can also add them. B to the power 2 minus 2 will be b to the power 0. B to the power 0 means what? I am not at all multiplying b. B to the power 1 means what? B is there one time. B to the power 0 means what? There is no b at all. If there is no b, there will be 1. 1 into b. Correct?
Okay, so B to 1 is B, then there's no
Correct.
B, so 1.
1. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So 24 AD is the answer. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
That's how we get this particular property. The next property that we have is an extension of this. Now, what did we do? A power m into a power n is a power m plus n. Same way, if I have a power m divided by a power n, it would be a power m minus n. A power m divided by a power n is equal to a power m minus n. This is law number 2. Can we make a note of this?
Done, sir.
Yes. We'll take a simple example. Balance we'll discuss in the next class. 4 into x to the power minus 1 divided by x to the power minus 1 by 3. Can we simplify this?
So, sir,
Yeah.
means in the first law, A is equals to means M plus N. So we have, after that, this is the second one. So I'm not getting the second one, sir. I'm not understanding it.
See, if you have a to the power 3 into a to the power 5, we can write it as a to the power 3 plus 5, a to the power 8. That's the first property. If I have a to the power 5 divided by a to the power 3, I can write it as a to the power 5 minus 3, a to the power 2. A power m by a power n is a power m minus n. Yes. Very good. Kaushal, Ganavi, Jeevan, Tanushri, Sahana. Correct answers. Vikshita B, I think you have not typed completely. Pranav Bhai, correct. Ashika, correct. Vikshita B again. That's okay. I understand. Sharat Bhatt, correct. Vikram, correct. Viksha, correct. Purnima also. It's not the complete answer. Dhanya, no, you have to recheck. Samanvita, correct. Nandita, correct. Okay, we'll solve. I think some of us have already slept. Now, 4x to the power minus 1 divided by 4x to the power minus 1 by 3. Can I write this as a power m by a power n is a power m minus n. 4 into x to the power minus 1 minus of minus 1 by 3. 4 into x to the power minus 1 minus into minus is plus 1 by 3. 4 into x to the power, I can take 3 LCM minus 3 plus 1. 4 into x to the power minus 2 by 3. You can retain this as it is, or if you want positive power, you can say 4 into or 4 divided by x to the power 2 by 3. Either way, both are the correct answers. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, complete. Anyone still writing?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, at this point, no one will be writing. Yeah, I know. Correct, Bhargavi. Yes. Okay, fine. So we will continue this discussion in the next class. We have three more laws. Okay, three more laws to be discussed. That's it. Then we'll solve some more problems. Is that clear? We'll continue
Thank
this
you.
in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.